rubber meets the road, we stand tall. Through the grit and grind, we answer the call. Voices rising loud like a storm untamed. This is where the difference gets its name. Get in the truck, ride the wave of the sound. The 99%, we're breaking new ground. It costs nothing to be kind, that's the creed. Join the 99, fulfill the need. Get in the truck, ride the wave of the sound. The 99%, we're breaking new ground. It costs nothing to be kind, that's the creed. Join the 99, fulfill the need.
Hey, welcome to the award-winning 99% Radio Network here in the Fishbowl, broadcasting you live from Fishbowl Studios here in Bedford, Texas. We are proudly sponsored by Glenn Lawson and the Biker Wolfpack. Ow! Give it a little bit more. Ow! Ow! Do that one more time. The Biker Wolfpack, man, if you ride, make sure you have Glenn Lawson and the Biker Wolfpack on your side. 737 The Wolf. That's 737 The Wolf. Welcome, Pitbull.
What's up?
Man, we had an amazing weekend. We just getting back from, last week we had to leave a little early. We had to cut our broadcast short because we went to Operation Rock the Troops.
Jeez, that was just last week.
Yeah, that was last week,
Yes.
man. And it was...
That was amazing. I didn't know what I was walking into, but that was amazing.
Yeah, that, if you ever get a chance to go over to that music studio, that venue, the
Platinum Music not Center. Shoot.
Platinum Music.
Shoot.
Not shoot.
It's in North Richland Hills.
Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful studio.
Complex. Platinum Music Complex.
There you go. We knew your brain would start working.
Ding, 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 ding.
But what an amazing place.
Yeah. And you said it was an old...
It was an old police. It's
station.
the old police. It's the old North Richland Hills Police Department. And what they do is they have veterans come in there and they learn a skill. They learn how to do music. They learn how to
do broadcasting,
yeah,
podcasts,
broadcasting, everything.
I mean, it's like they have the upstairs place where they do podcasts. They have the big where you saw us at the Rock the Troop venue and saw Janie Balderas rocking it.
She rocked it out, man.
And
that was a new veteran song that she sang, and it was beautiful. It was really beautiful.
And then followed by McDad.
Yep.
He did a great job. I mean,
I tell you,
he was at. I guess apparently he did a big opener at the Texas Motor Speedway.
Yeah,
and had a huge crowd. So look for him.
The whole event was amazing. They're still looking, Operation Rock the Troop. They're still looking for donations because of those three veterans, World War II veterans. Vietnam veterans who all flew together in a war. And they met for the first time here and they reunited and they told their stories, which was so impactful. These guys were so great. But Operations Rock the Troops want to bring them back to Vietnam and let them, feel it in the non-combat zone. They want to go back.
Get their story from what they feel, basically.
Yeah. So with your help, we can send them out. Go to Operation Rock the Troops and make your donation, 5, 10, 15, whatever you can afford. Make that donation and help out help them get back to Vietnam and really
the goal
and
of
share
the
their stories.
Film. Like there's a goal in this film, and I'm not going to give the details incomplete, but there is a goal to have this be accessible streaming for everyone later once it's complete. So I think that's a really cool mission that they're doing with this.
Yeah, I enjoyed.
And
we
got to be a part of it.
Yeah, I enjoyed the whole night. I thought it was amazing.
It's a cool place. They have guitars everywhere.
Drums.
In like the old jail cells or like sound studios.
Yes.
How Roadhouse is that?
That is so cool.
I like that.
They did that place up right, man. They really, and they, instead of making
it's in our backyard.
Instead of making it a decrepit building that's going to fall down, they really took that place to new levels. When you walk in, even when you walk in the front, the lights, the whole place, you feel like you're walking into a huge Platinum Music complex.
Yeah, you knew something good was happening.
Yeah. Well, and then this weekend, man, we went out to Comic-Con, Texoma Comic-Con, which was our first experience there.
Yeah, it was my first Comic-Con.
Yes.
In general.
Now, we were there with J.J. Thompson and Chaz Taylor, Chaz-tastic, and I tell you, it was just.
I was overstimulated. There was a lot.
It was definitely a lot.
Because every vendor. like not every vendor, but there was a lot of vendors that had their own action figures. So it was like a lot of like displays of really cool action figures that they made. It wasn't that they bought them like off somewhere and they were selling. Like they make them. And then there's like artists there. They draw the comics for the comics. It wasn't just some artwork that they are reselling. It's the artist.
Yeah.
I was like,
I know, right?
So much to absorb.
There was so much to absorb. I mean, and plus you had you had your stars from the 80s, like who was there? C. Thomas Howell was there, Deborah Foreman. C. Thomas Howell, everybody knows him from The Outsiders. That was Pony Boy. Deborah Foreman, she was Valley Girl. Then we had Eddie Deason, man, from Grease. He was
and so
a
many
great
other
interview.
things.
He was an amazing interview. He just was so warm and authentic.
He did the voice from the kid. I don't know the name of the kid in the movie.
Polar
Express. The
Yeah.
little nerdy kid on the train. I showed the picture. I showed my son. Oh yeah. I was like, he did the voice.
He was great. And then
Leatherface.
We had Joseph Ortega. He was in a couple different movies, and Sam De La Rosa, an amazing illustrator for Marvel Comics. And he was just so open and warming. So I had a great time. And then we got to do the cosplay contest that Chaz Taylor, thank you, Chaz, was like, hey, 99, guess what?
Hey, you guys talk a lot. You guys just go ahead and host this.
What do we have, like 70 people all dressed in different...
It was literally like Chaz talking to us, and we're both looking at each other like, you ready? Guess we're doing this. I'm like, all right. Deal with it like
play that clip. Can you play that clip? It's up there.
Contest.
I think we got that clip of how shocked our faces were.
Oh,
yes, you got it. All right, play that clip. This is from
99% Radio Network, broadcast and respect.
Oh, maybe I didn't play it. Maybe I didn't put it up there. Oh yeah, you can play that one.
Any of them?
No, don't play that one. Yeah, don't play that one. I thought I had the other text, the one where I must have not uploaded it. That was the one with the cosplay and all the people coming up in costume, and there were some pretty elaborate costumes there.
Homemade ones
were just beautiful.
Yes, no words for those. I mean,
they
were
really
some
get
time.
into it. They really get into it.
And I do apologize if you guys are watching. I didn't know how to pronounce a lot of those names.
Well,
it was my first Comic-Con.
Yeah,
I'm new to this.
Yeah,
so, I enjoyed every minute of it. I mean, there was some work put in those costumes.
Yeah.
And they said they were handmade. I'm like, you didn't buy that somewhere?
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Some of them were just so
we're gonna
detailed,
see them on the
detailed.
We're gonna see them on the credits of a Hollywood movie later.
Yeah.
Costume made by blah blah blah.
Well, big shout out to a couple people out there. James Vago. I used to work with James back in the NYPD. Hey, James, thank you for tuning in. Randall, hey, Castleberry, Sylvia Lawrence, Michael DiBartolo, another NYPD cop. Gordon Melton with Hunting with Soldiers. Gordon, thank you for tuning in, brother. Hunting with Soldiers, you got to check out their site. They take all our combat war veterans on hunting expeditions throughout the states and, let them decompress and, really from the effects of being a combat veteran, to get out there and hunt and be around other veterans. It's, they have 1 day events, they have 2-3 day events. And
they go a lot of places depending on what you want to get involved in. Yeah.
Yep. And it's really nice for them to just sit and decompress with each other. And it's their therapy. It's their therapy where they can just sit
Hunting
around.
Is therapy anyway, if you're into that. I mean, I know some people are not, but it is therapy. And then you're with other like-minded people camping out and doing all that together.
It's probably not even so much the hunting. It's not even the shoot. It's the after the hunting where they get sit around and eat
it's the whole event
and sit around in the wilderness and just talk and
then bragging rights like
look what I got. I got a 12. I got a 12.
That one got away.
So Gordon, man, thank you for everything you do for our veterans each and every day. Follow Gordon on his webpage. Yeah, it's outdoor therapy. Exactly what it is, man. They do fishing too. They do all these outdoor excursions. So if you know a combat vet that's out there that is that needs maybe a little outdoor therapy.
Or is it just combat?
I think it's just combat vets. Because this is such a unique what Gordon has put together is tremendous. And he'll open it up sometimes to non-combat, but he tries to keep it for combat vets.
Because it's the keeping the like-minded, same kind of guys together, I guess. Like same experiences together.
Yeah. And
I don't know.
once again, another organization, another nonprofit that you can donate to and help out our vets. So, that's what it's all about. It's uplifting those who uplift others. And Gordon is one of those guys who do that. He does it each and every day. He works hard. He doesn't get paid for it, but he wants to help out our veterans. So go to Hunting with Soldiers and check out Gordon. Donate. We do the same trips for non-combat. So they do separate trips for non-combat as well. So thank you, Gordon. I appreciate that.
They were our beneficiary of our last Pinups and Pistons.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
And then this year, kind of going with the same theme, but we're kind of going in a women empowerment thing this year for Pinups and Pistons. Camp Shield, they kind of do a similar thing with women veterans.
All women camping?
They do like excursions. They do a lot of uplifting and getting
pillow fights. And like,
let me get them.
You knew I had to go there.
I know.
We're talking about combat vets in the wilderness shooting at things. Then all of a sudden you turn around and go, oh yeah, we have the same thing with a bunch of ladies that go out into the woods.
Well, why wouldn't you think they're just as badass, Sideshow?
Oh, they could be badass in a teddy. Chance, back me up here. Come on, brother. Come on.
He knows better. He's on my side.
And everybody in the listening voice was thinking the same damn thing.
No,
they're going,
they fucking
yes,
weren't.
women in the wilderness are going to have pillow fights and drink wine, and somebody's teddy's coming off. It's happening. In my mind, it's happening.
This
anyway.
is when I question the friendship.
Come on, if I started talking about
just stop digging. Stop digging. Stop digging, Sideshow. Stop digging. Stop digging. Hit bottom. There's no more to dig.
Oh,
you just wait. You saw my last panel of badass bitches. You just wait.
Yeah, and we're going to be talking about some of those badass bitches real soon. But let's take a break and hear from our sponsor, and then we're going to come back. And Glenn Lawson should be back in the studio by then, and we will see you after this.
Hey everybody, this is Glenn with Glenn Larson Law and Biker Wolfpack Law. And I got one simple concept today. Don't be a tough guy. Don't try to do it on your own. And also, don't talk to the bad guys. So what do I mean? Don't be a tough guy means go get medical attention right away and tell the doctors everything that's wrong with you. Make sure to do that, because if you don't, it's going to mess up your case. Number two, if you have a problem with your roof, do you hire a roofer? If you have an injury situation and you need help, hire legal professional representation. Our firm is one of those firms, and we stand ready to help. Number three, most importantly, heaven forbid, do not speak to the insurance companies without legal representation. That's it in a nutshell. Thanks for listening.
In the halls where kids fear to tread, tattoo mark foundations spreads its bed with teddy bears and hugs so warm, battling illnesses. They're not alone for long. It's all about the kids. It's all about the kids. The Tattoo Mark Foundation brings smiles across Texas. Teddy bears bring smiles to kids in beds. A foundation with heart won't let them be separated. Families gather, friends lend a hand. Together we fight and never stand alone. With every hug, a smile takes flight in the rooms where hope and courage ignite. It's all about the kids. It's all about the kids. The Tattoo Mark Foundation brings smiles across Texas. Teddy bears bring smiles to kids in beds. A foundation with heart won't let them be separated. From the smallest to the tallest child, each one feels the warmth, each one feels the thrill. With every bear and every smile, we heal the pain, we mend the stars.
I'm Celeste, and I ride with the 99.
Hey, this is Tex McDormand with Octane Mania, and I ride with 99.
Biker Wolfpack Law is a safety organization founded by myself alongside Robert Howell with the primary focus of motorcycle safety, advocacy for injured bikers, and just general protection for those injured while riding motorcycles in the great state of Texas. Motorcyclists have all of the safety information they need, all of the legal information they need, and frankly, if needed, that full-blown legal advocacy in times of injury through no fault of their own.
Hey, welcome back to the 99% Radio Network here in the Fishbowl. We got Glenn Lawson and the Biker Wolf back in the house. Oh, Glenn, what's going on, brother? How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm so grateful to be here and got several things to cover today. Thank you for having me as always.
Always. You are part of the team. You are the team. And I know you can't be here every week because you have been busy
man,
and things keep happening. And we're going to
Sure.
get into that, but you are doing, and we spoke about that. Up that flyer. Tell us a little. I just want to keep this in everybody's head because if you're heading down to Sturgis this year, this is what it's all about. That museum is just iconic for all of motorcycle riders around the world that travel to Sturgis. And tell us a little bit more about the bike build that you guys are involved in.
Sure. And we won't talk about it as the supply problems, but anyways, no, everybody knows about that, right? Anytime there's an artistic component, motorcycle safety component, and a way to honor our past and our legends of our past and treasure, a lot of the great things about this country that was the hands that built this country type of mentality, that when I hear those three things, bing, 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 bells go off in my mind. And so I instantly said yes. The details on it are that it was presented initially to me from the Road Guardians and Vicky and her leadership in that wonderful organization that she runs and operates to teach motorcycle safety all across the United States. And she won last year at Sturgis a diamond cut engine from SNS, right, through a raffle at Sturgis. So
Sweet.
Rather than put it into one of our own motorcycles, which she could have done because she's got a really nice collection because she's been riding motorcycles herself for over, I'll say 40 years. I don't know if it's 50. I don't want her to get mad at me, but I know it's more than 40 years. And she's up in just north of Chicago, up in the Wisconsin area. And so she's got a lot of obviously origin there next to Milwaukee, right?
Yep.
So it was kind of a no-brainer for her. She came up with this idea to give the engine back.
Sweet. And
build a motorcycle and involve a female builder, which is Athena from Vagabond Customs in Vagabond Choppers, down in Pompano Beach near Fort Lauderdale. So of course for me, I'm like, yeah, I'll go to Fort Lauderdale.
Hell
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah. Right. So no, the answer is, and then Robert with Sun God Graphics, and it's just been a collaborative thing. We have had some delays as to be expected with the supply chain because the names of all of the different manufacturers and other suppliers is just literally growing every day, because it's not just a bike giveaway; it's actually to support the silver anniversary of the museum. So it's really, really important 25th anniversary project, and we're really looking forward to being there on the stage and giving it away.
Yeah, and you think about this. 25 years the museum's been open, right?
Yep.
But Sturgis itself has been going on. What? This is 83rd year.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is why I'm glad you pointed out as someone who really follows a lot of historical context. I mean, I remember, not to jump around here.
No, you're good.
But I remember, hearing from my grandfather what it was like to be in World War II, right? But here, the story, as generations get modernized and time goes on, there's not as many people that remember the origins of Sturgis and how it happened and all of the time that's involved. And so this is why the museum is really great, because 25 years from now, you know, the generations that are older will be the generations that barely know anything at all, if at all.
Right.
So the museum has to tell the story, and the museum must be supported. And the reality is, with a lot of the things that are going on in our country, there is less corporate money. There is less sponsorship of artistic things. And museums especially have taken a big cut for funding. And therefore, folks like myself and people who really care about these projects should support local museums, especially this one.
You know, what's the attendance usually at Sturgis? Over a couple 100,000 usually.
A lot.
Too many.
Maybe quarter million. And they pack it out each and every year,
right?
From people all around the world.
But it's dispensed.
Huh?
I mean, it's crowded in some spaces, but it's dispensed. There's a lot of different venues to hit up.
But when you think about like when we say 83 years ago it started, and how it's grown since then. Think about the iconic things that happened back in the 60s and the 70s.
My grandmother used to go then.
Right. And that's such amazing history, especially for the biker community. So if you're like into that whole history buff type of thing with the biker community, to go there and see, wow, this is from the 1970s, or this is from the 1960s. And this is what happened. This is what Sturgis looked like with all looking at the photos.
You're going to see people that have never left that year in Sturgis that still show up every year looking like that.
That gives me chills just thinking about it.
It's so important to tell the story, because the reason, in my opinion, is I was a history major in college to understand, so many people say, wow, why do I have to study history? Well, it kind of tells you where we came from.
Right. And how we got here.
And some of the lessons learned along the way, too.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, you don't want to repeat your mistakes.
Yep.
And Sturgis has not made mistakes. I mean, they've made their mistakes.
You repeat a lot of mistakes.
They probably, what happens in Sturgis stays in Sturgis, hopefully. But you know what?
Keep your phones
They
down.
haven't built so big by making the same mistake twice. They learn from their mistakes, and
it's safe. It's a good. I mean,
Yes.
it's a very safe, and it is. I mean, you don't see families there, but it's like
the energy's
there. It's not like, oh, let me get elbows thrown. I mean, there's restaurants there. There's venue. There are concerts.
There's all types of motorcycles
all types
too.
of motorcycles.
Definitely.
My favorite thing is sitting on there's a place I like to sit right on the strip, main strip in Sturgis, and you just sit there and you just watch. Everybody goes up and down, and just people watch. It's my favorite thing.
Yeah,
and get the
pretty cool.
prime rib. There's a place that gets prime rib.
So I could just see you sitting in Sturgis on the corner,
eating a
on the
prime
curb,
rib
eating a prime rib
at 1:00 in the afternoon. Yeah, day drinking.
But one thing that does happen in Sturgis is, there are accidents. Accidents happen all over the country, all over the world.
Sure. And
right here in DFW, we're going to discuss about some of our accidents that do happen. And intersection accidents are prevalent in the DFW area and throughout Texas.
Right.
And we do have some very scary intersections throughout Texas. And Glenn, you've done some research.
I have, and there's almost too many to list. And they're quite different, in my opinion. Just because it's, quote, the most dangerous doesn't mean that it's always the most dangerous for a vehicle instead of a motorcycle. And I'll give you one example in a minute in Austin that I know about. But in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, the one in Dallas, that's, in my opinion, the most notorious, and the research shows, relates to, of course, some people who know me know that my heart's in East Texas, right? That's where I was born and raised. And so if you're in DFW and you're like, you know what, I don't really want to go all the way to the hill country, but I want to roll out to Tyler, or I want to go to Rusk, or I want to go to the state parks in the Piney Woods and just see and feel and breathe the air and get out, and maybe you don't want to go to Oklahoma because you don't want to go to Oklahoma and all that, but you maybe want to get out. And for me, as someone that, originated in East Dallas and growing up, it's kind of a sweet spot for me. And so two aspects there. If you're going to head east into Dallas and start approaching Mesquite on 635, and if you're brave enough to ride your motorcycle on 635, please do not exit Skillman and 635. It is the most notorious. It's just past the 75 and 635 interchange, which, in my opinion, is the most dangerous in all of Dallas-Fort Worth. That's just my personal opinion because I drive through it a lot. But just past
this?
just past
is it
Texas.
Assbucker?
Yeah, just past Texas Instruments where that old area is there. And as you're approaching, going towards like Highway 30, if you're going to go maybe northeast Texas, or if you're going to go out 20 towards Tyler, you're going to most likely head down 635 if you're coming from anywhere in the Metroplex, unless you're on the south side of the Metroplex. But if you approach that intersection, it's just one of those giant, I think it's at least six to eight lanes, and it has a huge S pattern to it.
And there's always construction
over there. And so just please do not just avoid that at all costs. It is literally fatalities all the time in there because, in my opinion, one of the issues is just the traffic pattern there. So a lot of these modernized, really fancy versions of complex intersections are designed to help with traffic flow,
right?
But not necessarily with safety.
Is it because of blind spots, or is it?
No, they don't want to have people sitting at the traditional 90-degree intersection. They want all this flow and without turn left to go right. We've all seen those types of
New
things,
Jersey,
right?
New Jersey, you can't make a left without turning right.
So it's just even I drive through there, and I was born and raised near that area, and it blows my mind even going through. So just don't get off on.
Is it more of a confusion factor for the motorist, and they're swerving through lanes, and the motorcycle is ends up in a lot of blind spots?
Or is it
it's the balance of the motorcycle too? For people, there's a lot of weight transfer issues going through it.
The
yeah, and then in my opinion, that's what it is. But frankly, it's just a confusing, blanking area. There, I didn't say the word, and it's just to be avoided. Period. So there's that one. There's a couple in South Lake, which we'll talk about next week, that are really bad. And this is statistically out there. And then there's one in Austin that with the great rides that are coming up for a lot of people going to the hill country that you should know about. Is that okay if I go there?
Without a doubt. And a lot of people heading down to Austin. A lot of I know the Thin Blue Line heads out there every year for they do the congressional ride down there for a Senate hearing and bills that are being passed, and they support these different things.
Sure.
So you get hundreds and hundreds, thousands of bikers going down there each and every year.
For those of you who are music lovers, right? South by Southwest is about to start.
Yep.
So when you're in Austin and you're like, okay, let me go down there, and let me also, while I'm there, make a stop off, and maybe the next day go out to the hill country, because that's kind of a common theme for people who live here in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. First of all, just please, in my opinion, go down 281 right south instead of 35.
More scenic, right?
Yeah, definitely more scenic. Unless you're coming from if you're coming from Dallas, then maybe head down 34 through Corsicana and cut over and just bypass Waco at all costs, right? Because it's a zoo. And then when you're in Austin and you're headed down towards maybe the Salt Lick, one of my favorite barbecue joints down there in Driftwood, please avoid Mopac, also known as Loop 1, and Slaughter Lane. Do not exit Slaughter Lane. That is a biggest zoo of an intersection.
You got to go just to see. You got to get a picture of it. You got to get a picture by Slaughter Lane.
It's not. It's just a big road, right? Okay. Imagine it's just a big thoroughfare. It's one of the major east to west roads that connects 35 to Mopac.
Right.
But when you exit that, and there's a lot of businesses there. There's an Alamo Draft House that's really famous, and all of that there. It's a fun place to be. There's a great bar there called Backspin. It's one of my favorite in Austin. But it is, I used to live within half a mile from that intersection, and still to this day, and I've been, driving a long time and all that. And man, it is a zoo. Do not exit that, because it has one of those crisscross things with 6 lanes. You can all different directions, and it's totally confusing. Please avoid it. And then it's really important to know this, because a lot of people, when they're coming from San Antonio, New Braunfels, or whatever, they use Slaughter Lane to cut over to Mopac to avoid 35 through downtown Austin, right? So if you're traveling northbound 35 and you maybe stop by Cowboy Harley and see us there, right, or something, and then you're like, man, the zoo of Austin traffic, which is a nightmare, and then you decide, I'll exit Slaughter and I'll turn left. Okay, here's the deal. This is the correlation of what I'm trying to talk about. How many roadways, especially for motorcyclists, do we know that there's an actual rise in the elevation of the roadway to the point where the horizon line is slightly out of sight. Not so much because we all know about hills, right? Big hills, like ones we know about in the country, and we can kind of anticipate those and the dangers that those are. But there's a particular section of Slaughter Lane, which is similar to parts of Northwest Highway over by Las Colinas in Dallas, where the sight line is so slight on the elevated roadway.
Right.
It goes over this sort of large train track.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a sign. It says high impact danger zone. Okay. It's something of that nature. And there's a big sign. And what it means is there's historically a lot of slaughter that happens on that roadway at that particular intersection of Manchac. Yes, I said it correctly. Manchac. That's what it's not Manchaca. It's Manchac. Manchac and William and Slaughter Lane. So here's the bottom line. I love Austin. One of my headquarters offices is there, of course, and we have so much we have always going on with Cowboy Harley. Please, just please stay away from Slaughter Lane if you could avoid it, and really just be super careful going with all the festivals that are happening, and just be aware of certain intersections, and don't just follow the GPS, right? Because that damn thing will send you into a weird intersection. Go to a traditional spot, make a normal left turn, normal right turn, that kind of stuff. But just avoid those weird intersections.
I'm glad you brought up GPS and riding a bike, because sometimes we rely in a car. It's nice and easy. Yeah. On a bike, know your route. Know your route before you get on that bike, because if you're going to rely on your GPS to tell you to make a left turn at this intersection and you get it too late, you remember you're on a bike. You're not going to be making that quick left or that quick exit, or plan out your trip prior to just swinging your leg over. A car is a little easier. You have time. You can make those quick decisions. On a motorcycle, you know what? I've done it before. You're on your bike and all of a sudden, it's coming up, and you're going to look at your GPS. You're not going to look at the car that's sitting beside you that you're going to go into their lane and stuff. So
yeah, just know the signposts, right? Just know the basic points. That way, if you do miss something, you have another way to go. And
look at your route prior to when you leave.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, we all navigated without GPS at one point.
With all this, with Slaughter Lane and all the accidents and, unattentive drivers, we want to make sure that motorcycle safety is the utmost importance, and it's got to be on your mind 24/7 when you're on your bike. But just in case you are in an accident, if you do lay that bike down, if you do get into an accident, either on your motorcycle or your car, right? There are certain things that we think we're supposed to do when we're involved in an accident, but they're not needed. And they can sometimes put us in harm's way after the accident. Sure. Right?
That's absolutely the truth. And one of the common myths out there, and it's complex. And I say, if you're a butcher, stay in the butcher shop and cut stuff up. And if you're a personal injury lawyer, stay in your lane and do a damn good job for your clients. And one of the most complicated issues that comes up is I get this call all the time. Well, I called the police, but they didn't make a report, right? And what then? That's a little segue to next week. We're going to talk about the Texas Transportation Code and get nitty gritty on
ask for one, right?
The actual requirements of when a police officer must make a report and when they don't have to. There's some nuances there that you should know about. But the best thing you can do to advocate for yourself is, and it has to do with not knowing whether, if you have a serious injury, right? But if you're grateful enough to have survived and you feel like you're, quote, okay, please don't tell 911 audio that recording that, you're okay. Okay. Do not do that. And also do not say that there's a minor, only a little bit of damage, because those are the two qualifiers that can trigger the duty of the officer not to have to show up in certain situations. So it's very discretionary. It's very ambiguous. Frankly, the Texas Transportation Code sections related to all those factors are super complicated. Just hire a professional to take care of it.
Let me ask you a question. And we see this on the roadways all the time. Bumper to bumper, boom. Left lane, bumper to bumper. They get into an accident, right? There's minimal damage to both vehicles, right? you can move those both vehicles. People think, oh, I can't move my vehicle until the police get there.
Move it.
And that's actually a good segue because there's statutes and laws about it, and we'll talk about that also a little more detail next week.
Okay.
But yeah, there's certain, and then it's complicated because every city has a different rule about it. But generally speaking, one of the things is like I saw it yesterday. Literally, I was driving from Plano to downtown Dallas, and I'm in the left lane, and I see an accident ahead of me, and people stop in the HOV lane, and think
you
that
get out of
they're
the car
over,
and
right?
go,
And
I'm an attorney.
no, I didn't. I didn't have time. I was flying by. I didn't. But
Call me.
It's you're
Throws his
supposed
business
to
cards out.
get off on the access road, make a pattern. Try to balance the need for reporting versus balance. And this is a really good segue because the reality is that's the law. Right? You're supposed to have a duty to get off if you can. But then trauma, people freak out. They make the wrong decision. They don't know what to do. They, what the old way of doing it is not the new way of doing it. And the reality is they're worried about somebody taking off.
Right.
And that's the truth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'll meet you. We'll go over there. And the guy takes off.
Yeah, but you get your
And then
camera.
you don't have under insurance,
Click,
and now you're
click.
screwed.
Ooh, gotcha.
Right.
So it's a complicated.
You gotta weigh out. You gotta weigh out your traffic pattern. How dangerous it is for you to stay in that thing. Should you even get out of your car? Should you put yourself in traffic as a pedestrian, or
No.
say you have a passenger who wants to jump out and now they're in the middle lane?
No.
So there's a lot of factors. So you have to kind of keep a level head.
Yeah.
If you go down on your bike, say you slide on gravel, move your bike out of the roadway because you may get hit. You may get hit by they may not see you.
And that's it's not the reporting factor, it's the elimination of a secondary crash that's the most important.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it more in detail and what the actual law is on that next week. I plan on being here next week. And then there was a couple of other things I wanted to cover if I could.
Sure. Yeah.
There's this concept of lane splitting. We all know about it, right? And so it's still before 2023, it was very vague in the state of Texas about the parameters of that. And so if you're moving here from an out of state, unfortunately or fortunately, depending on where you sit on that part of it,
It's always fortunate.
it is still illegal in the state of Texas
To lane split.
to lane split. Yep.
Now, is there another terminology for that? Because I thought there was lane splitting and then
Oh, because Lori
What was
said
it?
something about it.
filtering, lane filtering.
Yeah, and
Or
it's
is it
ambiguous. I mean, it's the bottom line is unless you want to have to deal with both. I'm not going to get into the safe operation, yes or no, of that because
right.
there's two sides of the fence on that one. But it's illegal in the state of Texas, officially signed by Governor Abbott in 2023.
Now, for those who don't know what lane splitting is, it's
exactly what it sounds
like. It's
Yeah.
you're going between cars, pissing off everybody. We understand that it gets hot in Texas and that your bike may overheat, but you're not allowed to travel between vehicles.
And I was thinking about it too. I was like, okay, other than the socioeconomic difference between California and Texas and different things like that, and politically, whatever, like why is it legal there versus here? And so the only thing I could come up with, and also in Colorado and other states, it's legal, right? I think it has a lot to do with geography, and when you have an area with lots of hills and topography and big speed changes, and immense amounts of traffic. Not that Dallas-Fort Worth is not basically like Los Angeles traffic already, because it is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I think that that's some of the origins of it, and but it's still illegal. And if you know that you have a violation, we don't do criminal law, but I know a lot of people that do. Please reach out, and I'll give you the right contact.
Yeah. So, and lane splitting is very dangerous. Let me add on a legal aspect. Your
Sure.
accident. All right, I'm lane splitting. I get into an accident. Is it? How you get the percentage of fault, right?
Yeah.
So if you're out there lane splitting and all of a sudden you hit a rear view mirror on a car,
It's your fault.
it's your fault, right? Are you automatically at fault? How does that work?
in my opinion.
It's great that you asked that question, because I always, and people, other lawyers I know hate it when I say this, and it's the truth. There's the legal, there's the law and the legality of the legal part of it. And then there's the real world, right? So the state of Texas is a comparative law state, which is a good thing. It means that in order to prove a liability to potentially have compensation for an injury case, you need to be shown that you're less than 50% at fault. That's the other way to say it. Or that the other party is greater than 51% at fault.
Right.
And in claims department analysis, it's the Wild West. It's lots of different evidence. But the reality is, if a case went to trial and the jury said, we don't know what happened, this person swerved over, you were exiting some kind of scenario like that where you were accused of lane splitting, but really you weren't. And it was this whole back and forth.
Right.
The police officer's report is a presumptive piece of evidence, but it is not, it's not black and white either. So the good news is our state does allow for some interpretation of the actual evidence, whereas in other states, like I think North Carolina and some others on the East Coast, it's called a contributory negligence state. And if you're even 1% at fault, you're done. Yeah, you're done.
Okay. I got another. You just sparked another question, another good attorney question.
Sure.
Because, all right, so every bike now has one of those 360 cameras on it, or,
be like Russian. Everybody has a dash cam.
Everybody's got a dash cam, right?
Or a camera on their helmet.
Or the camera on a helmet. Admissible in court?
Huh?
Could they grab that?
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, I would think it's evidence right there.
Best evidence rule. It's present sense impression. There's a thing called hearsay. It means an out-of-court statement is not allowed because it can't be corroborated. But that one, the general rule is there's a bunch of exceptions to the hearsay rule, one of which that might apply to. And the thought is that is actual present sense notions and physical evidence. Frankly, it's not even really hearsay. It's just, yes, it could be admissible. So probably is.
Yeah. So those cameras,
99, I would say 99%.
99%.
So those
of the time,
99% of the time.
That's right.
So those cameras could either hurt you or harm you. So if you're screwing around and you're lane splitting and you get into an accident, that camera could really hurt you in an injury lawsuit.
You didn't charge it, right?
That's right. It wasn't on. It wasn't on. It's broke.
It wasn't recording.
Never uploaded to the cloud.
Yeah, and so that's the point of it is, even if you think that there's a dispute of who is it, how thing happened, just reach out to a professional such as myself, because we can help you analyze yes or no if you have a claim.
On the scene, could the cops can't take that camera from
No,
you,
they're just there to do the report.
It really, there's lots of factors. It depends on whether there's a crime involved, and and that's just multifaceted. They could, in certain situations, definitely they can make a preservation order. They can confiscate things. It just depends on.
But they're basically collecting. I mean,
there's a thing called prosecutorial discretion, and it's very controversial. Because the reality is that, they have some discretion to make judgment calls during things that happen.
See, and this is why it's so important, if you were involved in an accident, to call 737
the Wolf.
That is your first. And unless you're injured, let somebody else call 911. Call 737 the Wolf, because all of these factors come into play, and you want to know what your legal right is. You want to know how to navigate through this accident. Either it's if severe or minor, you want to make sure that you are doing the right thing and your rights aren't being violated.
Yeah, the insurance.
So call Glenn.
They are not out to help you. Period. No. We all know that. We all know that. Even people who work for insurance companies also know that.
See, some people are under the impression that once they get into an accident, they have. And I don't know where these timelines come from. I have to notify my insurance company within an hour or 2 hours of the accident.
That's them bullying you to say that.
That's not true.
No, right? You just call us up. We'll take care of everything.
Right.
And it takes no time. Not only am I promoting him, I'm also a client. Is that how that goes?
The short answer is they make it complicated. And in our firm, we have a motto that says a client should not have to think. So you do what you're good at, and we'll do what we're good at, and
without a doubt,
just
leave it like that.
take care of your family.
That's just heal and
let
take care of
you
your family
guys
and
take care of all of it.
heaven forbid mourn a loss or whatever you
and it's
need
not
to
biased.
do.
You give them like the facts, and they can help. If they don't agree with whatever. I mean, it's not like you're telling them what they need to do. Here's my advice. Here's the best way to go about this.
If someone calls me today in about 30 seconds, I can tell them yes or no they have a case.
Yeah.
Now, once somebody contacts you, just now it's attorney client, right?
Right.
Now everything goes through you. So if somebody approaches your insurance company, your police officer, I have an attorney on this, please contact them. Right? Is that how that works?
Police officer part would be the exception to that.
The exception?
Yeah, you got to talk to the.
Depends on if there's a criminal investigation or not. But most of the time,
you got a body in the car. You might want to call somebody else.
But to answer your question, the peace of mind is also something that we do because we don't want you talking to insurance companies because they're out to not pay you.
Right.
Especially
if
you're on a bike.
Right.
Because they know. Don't get me started on that. They know
it's like having a pit bull.
As soon as they say motorcycle, they immediately put up about 10 other defenses to try to deny the claim because of the amount of money that they know might have to get paid out.
Yeah.
When these like with the Patriot Guard with the CSM the accident scene management classes.
Sure.
Do they touch on this in the accident scene management classes?
We do mostly on the preventative measures on how to make sure you have the right insurance and those types of things. And I always say, hey, I'm not selling insurance. I usually, want to slaughter them. But occasionally insurance companies do the right thing. But you have, it's just like anything in life. If you have, something you're passionate about in your career, I know you do, and Pitbull, I know you do, and y'all have amazing things that you're really good at, including hosting awesome radio shows, right?
Thank you.
So I'm just saying, make sure that you stay in the damn lane and know what you're good at.
That's right. Me and Pitbull are not giving law advice. No way, no how. You'll be in jail.
Yeah.
I stay in my lane.
We stay in our lane.
Yeah, so we cover those things, but the short answer is the long answer actually is that there are
you are a lawyer.
Lobbyists, movements, complex marketing, subconscious marketing strategies that I could go on about by insurance companies that make it feel like there's something wrong with hiring a lawyer to help you.
Right.
So please don't. That's like a little guilt that a lot of people. Are you sure it's okay if I make a claim?
I think another scary part is that they think that if they call a lawyer, they're going, "Oh, I'm gonna have to pay this guy immediately."
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think that's the scary part.
And they've had let's be real. They probably had some negative experience dealing with lawyers in their life, and they just don't like that.
Right.
So
that's not the case. You can work with them on whatever their situation basically is.
If
there's a case.
And that's a great thing because a personal injury case, that's the last part I wanted to, before I talk about diners. I wanted to, and we kind of running on here, but let's talk about now, if we could, what is the compensation structure of a personal injury settlement? Can we talk about that?
Yeah.
It's really important.
It definitely is.
So
the payout.
I worked in restaurants for 16 years of my life, and the way I explain it to clients, and maybe I crash and burn on this, is the ingredients, just like when you're making a dish, because the way I de-stress is to cook stuff on the grill, and I like to cook, right? So for me, I always explain to clients, and I put it into a context. I say, hey, this is kind of a silly example, but a personal injury case is like a pizza. Okay. And we have to make sure that all the ingredients are there, all of your injuries, the stories, how it's affected your life, impairment, your ability to move, trauma, psychologically, all this stuff, all the intangible things,
right,
to your personalized story. And then at the end of the day, like a pie graph, if you're that type of engineering mind, a part of the pie is the clients, and a part of the pie is the attorney fee, and the other part of the pie is the medical.
And then the pineapple on the pizza is the insurance company, because that's not where it belongs. No pineapple on pizza.
I like pineapple.
It depends on each. Everybody's injuries are different. Maybe that's okay. Some people might like the pineapple. But the point of it is that it's as the case grows, only subject to limits of insurance. If the person is injured, there's a natural correlation to the size of the pizza in terms of the size of the injuries, unless which happened to me last week. You're dealing with catastrophic injuries, and the person that's at fault only has $30,000, and you only have maybe $30,000, and the case is all kinds of upside down. We've had cases where people have multiple surgeries, and there's $150,000 in medical bills and only $60,000 of settlement money. And even if we drastically cut our fee, this client still works with 1/3 of the deal.
Wow.
Because there's a lot of financial aspects that good lawyers know how to, hold the fire to the medical providers and tell them, hey, you're not going to eat up everything. So if you go unrepresented and you got catastrophic injuries, here's the truth. Those medical providers are probably going to dip into your settlement first. And you got to be really careful with that. So hire us day one, please.
Yeah, and you know what?
Or somebody.
That's why you go to Glenn Lawson and the Biker Wolfpack. You don't go to those billboard attorneys that you see on the side of the road. They were going to push you off. They're inexperienced. Most of them are inexperienced. They're going to push you off to the lower end of the food chain.
Sure.
You want a lawyer that's going to take your case, take it full, take it to heart, and watch out and be on the lookout to take care of you and your family. Billboard attorneys are all looking for money, and that's it. Glenn Lawson and the Biker Wolfpack is there for you. They're for the biker community. They're out there each and every day, not only doing the lawyer stuff. You guys are doing fundraisers. You're charity events. You are helping out community. You are doing everything outside the office. Mm-hmm. So, you're a law firm with a heart, brother.
Thank you.
And, I'm glad to be partnered with you in every aspect of the way.
Appreciate you.
All right,
and
man.
as we leave here,
Diners.
Food.
All right.
We'll talk about it next week. I'm going to be starting a new
You're opening up a diner?
A little following about reviewing diners, because I love diners. And so in case you're in East Dallas, go check out Circle Grill. It's been there for more than 65 years now. It's one of my favorites. And I was going to ask you, is it Waffle House or Denny's or
depends
or IHOP? Which one? Right?
Well, listen, IHOP is a Sunday morning.
Well, you never have all of them next to each other. So
No.
It depends on the town that's available.
I can do this. IHOP is Sunday morning before church or after church.
All right.
Okay. Denny's is Saturday with the kids. IHOP, Waffle House is 2:00 in the morning after a day in Fort Worth.
Denny's was 2 a.m. for me.
Oh my gosh. Well, if you're ever down in
none of them were ever in the morning.
I'll tell you what, I was in
2 a.m.
A funny last note here about Waffle House in Biloxi, Mississippi, down there on the Gulf Coast. There's more pro rata Waffle. There's a point where you stand there on the water and you can see literally eight Waffle Houses.
Oh, jeez, really?
2 across the street from each other in every direction. It's the highest proximity of Waffle Houses all connected, probably because the casinos are there.
But, yeah.
Atlanta has a lot
but
too.
Me personally, I'm a Waffle House guy. Maybe it's because I'm always making sure I can just keep it real and keep it simple.
I dig Waffle House. I love Waffle House.
Yeah. Appreciate y'all very much.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, talk to y'all later.
Glenn Lawson, the Biker Pack, 737 Wolf, 737 the Wolf. We're going to take a quick break. We can come back with Oscar, tattoo artist, actor. We had a great time at Comic-Con with him this weekend. And we're going to hear Celebrity Softball. We're going to hear all about that right after these messages.
What we believe in at Glenn Larson Law is doing one thing and doing it really well. When I meet people, I always tell them we're going to uncover every single rock possible. That's the medical component, that's your story, and your voice.
We've solely focused on personal injury, whether that be a slip and fall accident or a commercial 18-wheeler, a motorcycle or DWI, motor vehicle accident. We specialize in that and that only.
When someone says, my neck really hurts, I know exactly how that feels. There's so much more to an injury case dealing with the pain level that people go through and how it affects their lives. And I know how to advocate to make sure that the insurance companies take all of that in consideration in every case.
We're very transparent and open to always keep them informed and stay on top of their case at all times.
Because we're a little bit smaller in team numbers, we're able to really dive into every single case and develop not only a client relationship, but a friendship and a lifelong connection.
We're on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We'll meet you anywhere, at the scene, in the hospital, at your home. Whatever's best for the client, we will do every single time.
there is a connection component that I believe our firm is committed to. We want to be connected with you and your family beyond this case so that you know that you have a lifelong partner. Not just a case, but a lifelong connection and a lifelong voice. And we look forward to serving you.
My name is Art Lee. I invented LifeVac to protect my family. Protect your family. Buy LifeVac now.
Thank you, Daddy.
That was us over 10 years ago.
Now, LifeVac is responsible for saving over 2,000 lives from choking.
We started this company in our garage, just hoping to make a difference, because over 5,000 lives are needlessly lost each year to choking incidents.
Help LifeVac on our mission to save lives.
In the time it takes you to pick up the phone and call, another life could be saved.
LifeVac's patented design creates a one-way suction to remove food or objects obstructing airways. All you have to do is place, push, and pull. And just like that, LifeVac can save a life from choking.
Quite frankly, I thought I was going to die. The LifeVac saved my life in 1-2 seconds.
Get your very own LifeVac now and get 20% off. Visit lifevac.net or call 877-LifeVac.
As my personal promise to you, if you order a LifeVac and have to use it, LifeVac will replace it free.
LifeVac works on adults, teens, or toddlers and can be ready in seconds and last a lifetime, guaranteed.
Best of all, you can even use a LifeVac on yourself, the elderly, physically impaired, or those that other methods may not be possible or are dangerous. In the event of a choking emergency, you could save a life, even your own.
Thank you, Daddy.
Life is precious and time matters.
Choking can happen anywhere. Help us put a LifeVac in every home, school, restaurant, car, office, everywhere.
Protecting families has always been our mission. I'm sure you love your family like I love my daughter. Do us all a favor and get your own LifeVac now.
LifeVac saves lives. Order one for your home, the office. It also makes a great gift. Use promo code Jackie and save 20%. Don't wait another minute. A life might depend on it. Go to lifevac.net or call 877-LifeVac. That's lifevac.net or 877-LifeVac. Order now.
Red lips, tied up curls, high heels, flag unfurled, Lone Star stitch on their seams. Sunday drives and freedom dreams. They roll up to the VA gate. Coffee cards, they're never late. Laugh lines, old stories glow. They salute, then steal the show. Hey! Battling Betty's of Texas. Country first in their hearts. Pin up smile, standing at attention. Teasing waves, vintage art. For every soldier, every medic on call, every siren. In the dark of the fall, they bring hope, bring heat, bring charm. Like a hook, like a shield, like an arm. 99% radio network, broadcasting respect. Mic check, let me talk my truth. Old souls riding out, still young in the booth. Patch on the back, still horse on the road. Flags in the wind, heavy heart still bow for the ones who serve. Boots in the dust for the ones who ran in.
I am Chaz. Welcome to Texas. Look at all these beautiful people, man. This is just the magical place right now. This is the place you want to be. You don't want to be anywhere else.
Dial in, turn it loud. From the block to the blacktop crowd, it's that ride or die soundtrack now. Hey.
Hey, welcome back to the 99% Radio Network here in the Fishbowl, man. That was Comic-Con 2026. Woo, boy. That was
fantastic.
Oh, man, that was a lot of fun.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Hey, big shout out to Ken Harrison, man. Shiner with Bikers Against Bikers Against Bullying, man, of North Texas. Shiner, thank you for tuning in. Judy Lamp out there in way out in Rowlett. Matthew JC, and great hat. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Operation Rock the Troops.
We got Cha-Cha Baby on.
And Cha-Cha, yeah. And then we got Oscar. He's on. Look, Oscar's on, and he's here. All right,
we got
brother.
Zach with getting the trucks on.
You everywhere, man. Oscar, man, thank you for joining us today. You are an actor, tattoo artist, podcaster, radio show host. You are an all-around guy, man. But we had an amazing time this weekend at.
Yes, I was.
Oh, was it everything that you expected, or was it more or less?
More.
Yeah.
More. Because I was not even expecting.
You gotta talk louder. You gotta.
I was not even expecting to be there.
Well, I saw you trying to sneak up on us. He tries to sneak up on me in a celebrity softball jersey, which is completely red, white, and blue, and I'm like, I see you.
Man, no, I got blessed and got invited as a guest because I just so happened to, message them that I would like to be part, not really be part of support my friends. So then I said I'm an actor too. So they like boom, what all movies have you been on? Okay, oh shit. I just wanted to go support, but then of course I did share my work and everything, a few monologues, a few videos, and then they say awesome. He says they said and text me back that they would love to have me for next time, but you can be our guest. So that's why
I saw it today, and I know you can't talk about it. You can't talk about it. But all of a sudden, I saw on your Facebook, booked it, and you booked the role, which is fantastic. Yeah. And we won't get into that, but let's get into some of your past film roles, man. What have you been doing?
For me, it all started in 2000, close to 17. A friend of mine calls me, and again, knowing that I'm a tattoo artist from 05, he says, "What are you doing today?" I'm like, "Nothing." "Hey, man, you want to be on a show?" I said, "Sure." And because Sean Witherspoon, my boy right there, he knows that I work tattoos. And I said, yeah, what's the show, bro? He just laid it out. Queen of the South. Put me on. That's all I said. Put me on. Who do I have to get a hold of?
Sign me
Please.
up.
Who?
Queen of the South.
Says, "Come down, Oscar. Come down. I got you, bro." But yeah, I got excited. I literally jumped off my seat.
I bet.
Like, boom.
I bet. Yeah.
And but no, it all started with background. But it was awesome to see the production, how big the production is. I mean, it was huge. It started with background, and then all of a sudden being there a lot. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I started from March 7 to July 12th to the end of the show.
Nice. Oh, you did the whole season?
Yeah, but I worked different.
Different.
I was blessed to be on the show. That
fantastic.
Cool.
And then when I was sitting with the main characters, Alicia Braga, Veronica Falcon, all these famous Latino actors, I was way over there on the table to eat by myself, and they were over here all talking. "Hey, what's your name?
You
Come
can
over
sit
here.
at our table.
Come over here, guy." And I'm like, "What's your name?" I'm like a little cat or dog lost. "Oh, my name is Oscar." But yeah, that's part of the story that's funny for real. So the way I felt. But then they gradually took me in as a family, and then the whole crew and then the actors. Oh man, it was awesome.
The connections start and all that.
Yeah, they definitely embrace you on set. As long as you're not one of those little fanboys that go on set and but if you're doing your job and stuff, they see it and they'll embrace you. It's a family atmosphere.
Yes, it is.
It's a family atmosphere.
It is. But that was my first ever production, Queen of the South, season 3, and then from there I said, "I can do this. I can."
Did you do some tattoos on the show? Or
no, I wanted there was a part for that show to do that, and I wanted it so bad. I don't know
what was your role. What did you do?
Well, no, the major was like Alicia Braga, with Bote, Sicario, come in, smash into the door or something.
Ooh.
And my AK and my 45 AK.
Hey. Nice.
But of course, they're all props,
Yeah.
Well, we met at Celebrity Softball. I think was our main event that we all met at and got our big connection, and that's where all the other celebrities come together. And That's where I met you. We've been friends. That's been almost a
Since
year.
then, yes,
Yeah.
I know. It
Done
has.
some
It's been great.
You've been a judge at a couple of my pinup contests.
Oh, thank you for having me. Yes, it was awesome. I love
Every
it.
time I have
it.
one, he's like, "You need a judge."
Yeah,
you
I
need
do.
a judge?
Hey,
You
I
need a
would love to
judge?
come back. Put me in, coach.
Put me in, coach.
Put me in, coach.
You know, and here's another thing about that celebrity softball, and I gotta just once again give a big shout out to TK, because
Yes.
on the bigger scale where he donates to all these different charities with the money raised from celebrity softball, he has made such wonderful connections within the radio, TV,
Film, everything. Sports.
athlete. Right, the community has become so helpful in networking. He is forged friendships and family aspects behind the scenes of celebrity softball.
And like you said, it's a reunion.
It's a
when you go to
reunion. It really
celebrity
is.
softball.
So he has built something in the last 10 years that is bigger than just the softball game. And this year's softball game is going to be on September 12th. It's going to be at Riders Field in Frisco. They are going to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the 9/11 attacks. 25 years, man. And like I said, I remember being there on Ground Zero. Me and my team rolled up around 5 o'clock that afternoon on September 11th, and it was just devastating. And to see 25 years go by that quick, we don't realize how precious time is. Because I remember walking around and digging through the rubble, and that was 25 years ago. And it's holy crap.
How was it for you, John? I mean, stepping into that scene, what if you don't mind me?
No. It was, and I'm sure everybody, it was surreal. It was unimaginable. You didn't think,
you wanted to pinch, like, is
is this
happening?
real? Because, I grew up in Long Island, and I go to the city all the time. I worked in Brooklyn, and you saw the towers, and you always see the towers,
Can't tell with that accent.
No, I can't.
No.
Yeah, I can't tell.
You can't tell I'm from New York, like I can't tell you're Spanish.
Yo.
I'm gonna need subtitles for both of you.
But to see the towers gone and so
Kansas
many
over
lives
here.
lost, you never expect something like that to ever happen on American soil. And it's going to be an honor and a privilege for TK to host the celebrity softball on September 12th, to remember those who've fallen, to remember those heroes. We've lost so many on that day. We lost more after due to medical issues and cancers, post-traumatic stress, and more. So TK is really going to be able to knock it out of the park and really give back to these families and honor those who serve each and every day for us. So God bless you, TK. Thank you so much. Go to Celebrity Softball. I think July 4th, they're going to start selling the tickets.
They got the mock-up for the jerseys getting ready. Patriotic jerseys.
I already saw we're going to have
so
some
you can go right on. It's a great family event. The tickets are inexpensive. It's not like going to a Major League Baseball game where you're going to spend $500-$600.
No.
Here, it's affordable for you. A family
Classic
of 4 or 5.
prices.
And all the food is inexpensive. And you're going to meet your celebrities. You're going to meet the kids. Are going to meet the athletes. Yes, and it's a great day for the kids. And Ryder Field is beautiful. Parking so accessible. It's so much. It is a great day out for the family. So, how long you been doing celebrity softball? I mean, was last year your first year?
Yes, last year.
Oh, that's a lot of firsts for you, man.
Yeah,
first
yeah.
He's got the ring on.
TK
He's got the bling on.
TK was awesome when I first met him. And
now, once again, how did you get hooked up with TK? How did you meet TK?
Well, I'll be honest. It was a Tattoo Marks, some kind of event. And it was
Pinups
and
Pistons.
Pinups and Pistons. But I went to support Mark, whatnot. And I saw him, and I didn't even know. I just say, "How you doing, sir?" And then when his name, he's told me, and it just popped and go, "Oh, this is the man."
And he was dressed in his celebrity softball.
Yeah, he was
day.
already dressed.
Yep.
Yes. So that's the way it became. We just had a small talk, and I told him about the movies I've been. I was not expecting to be added to the roster or even be invited, I'll be honest. But it was a blessing, and he said it was meant to be through God. And I do believe that.
Yeah.
Good people come together and things.
He is a man. He is a man with a huge heart. I want to say big shout out to Ken Holder and Cuff Kenneth out there. Cuff is saying, "What up, brother Oscar?"
Oh man, no, but it was a great feeling. I mean, I've never been in.
Patricia,
such
thank you
thing.
for tuning in, man. Thank you for tuning in, Patricia.
Oh yeah, I guess we'll really quick shout out to my sister, to my homies, Matthew, Cuff, Ken. Oh man, there's so many, but just shout out to everybody.
So,
but,
yeah, okay, you want to keep giving a
No,
shout out?
no, no,
Because I know these Mexican
There's a lot of- there's
you
a
start
lot of
shouting
shout-
out to the Mexican family. We're going to be here forever.
What's up, mi raza? But
you better start bringing in some food.
Tamales,
tamales,
and
Bring in
tamales,
some tamales.
please. Yes.
So let's circle back to Comic-Con, Texoma. Your first year, our first year. It was definitely an experience for me and Pitbull. A lot to absorb, so much going on. What was your favorite things about Comic-Con that you took note to?
I took note a lot to the artistic people that have produced and like Ink in the Brain. I did not know he was there. The guy that invented the actual characters, not the voice, but the characters.
Right.
I was like, what? It was awesome. That kind of animated stuff. Oh man, because I'm an artist and I love work. No, it doesn't matter if it's animated or 3D or whatever. But I love art, But yeah, that caught my eye a lot too.
I enjoyed the art. I'm a graphic designer. I actually used to do graffiti
Look
art
at
back
you.
in the
Look
day.
at you.
I actually used to teach graffiti art at a summer camp.
Really?
Believe it or not.
Nice.
Teaching kids how to tag.
I did. I used to teach kids how to tag. We had a skate park at the summer camp.
You
so
did?
we'd take the kids to tag the skate park.
Cops,
Don't
run!
do it illegal, guys.
Yeah.
Do it somewhere where it's
Artwork.
legal.
I'll show you how to do it properly.
Can't claim that as art. Yo,
Yes, you can.
Sam De La Rosa was there, and he, what is it, Vernon? Vermin? I forgot the comic book, but these are the men. Venom. Sorry, Venom. Vermin.
I'm like,
Venom.
what are you
Venom.
saying?
And I couldn't get it out. Venom.
You need to buy an E, please.
Yeah. Okay, Vanna. No, but these are the men and women behind the scenes. We met Lacey, who does that beautiful artwork. But Sam De La Rosa, he draws all the graphics for these comic books, and he doesn't write the stories, but all the graphic design is him. He's the illustrator, and it's just beautiful, beautiful artwork.
Yeah, can you imagine that just being all put together
On a
from
tattoo?
Yeah.
Oh my God. A body. Yeah. Okay, that would be something to watch.
So the graphic design and all the artwork and stuff like that intrigued you.
Yes,
you
it did.
you kind of related to it because of the tattoo work and your artwork.
Yes.
How long have you been into graphics? Have you always been an artist? Have you always been a drawer?
I've always been captivated by drawing, sketching, whatever. I've always been, I would say, from 9 years old and up, drawing names, but not graffiti.
See, this is what I can draw right there.
Hangman.
And I can put a little curl. That's about it, man. I'm a stick figure guy. That's it.
That's
my talent right there.
Hey,
It
that
looks
could sell for hundreds of dollars.
hell yeah.
Right.
It looks like a I don't know even what the hell that looks like.
He's got 3 legs.
That's not his leg. That's not his leg. Oh, that's a self-portrait.
This kind of reminds me of what I saw when I was with you guys and you guys were judging. Remember that? What was it? Power Ranger, the yellow one, or red?
Yes, yeah.
And then he just all of a sudden grabbed down.
I saw
and goes,
pronouns.
Hey, you're like, ho. Let me know before what you're gonna be pulling out.
I saw his pronouns.
I'm sorry, it's just funny.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna hear a little bit more from Oscar. We're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be back right after these messages from our sponsors.
Leather Up will keep you safe while looking great with a huge selection of armored and casual flannel shirts. From beaded to sleeveless, Leather Up's got badass gear for all riders and all seasons. Leather Up with 3.5 million customers since 1999. Iconic biker brands like Milwaukee Leather and Hot Leathers to give you the largest selections anywhere. Comfort, variety, classic styling, and affordability with free same-day shipping on orders over $100. Visit leatherup.com and use the promo code MAYHEM for 20% off.
Yeah. Turn it up, turn it up. This that 99% radio network. Broadcast and respect. Mic check, let me talk my truth. Old souls riding out, still young in the booth. Patch on the back, still horse on the road. Flags in the wind, heavy heart still bold for the ones who serve. Boots in the dust for the ones who ran in when the world yelled rush. Badges and dog tags, names we say. Every single show we remember that day. 99% strong, we stand together.
Hey, welcome back to the 99% Radio Network here in the Fishbowl, man. We've been talking with Oscar. About Comic-Con this past weekend and the graphic artists that he got to meet. He's an actor. He's a tattoo artist. And he's just an all-around good guy, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Pipple brought up something to me that I did see on Facebook today. And, we cannot believe everything that we see on Facebook.
Because I actually just questioned you about it. I was like,
yeah.
you need to bring this up.
And
but it's fake.
It's fake news. DJ Daniels, this is going on. There's been a lot of stuff about DJ Daniels.
He does get a lot.
He does. His about his tumor being growing, or he's back in the hospital. DJ
They're
is
feeding off of the media to get their own it's crazy.
It is. DJ is
he's still alive.
He's still alive. He's still traveling. He's still visiting police departments. He's still
Shame on you,
the strongest friggin'
are.
kid in the world. He is, but it's going around social media that he has passed away. DJ passed away, and I
really got to be careful what you read
Yeah.
on any media, even news stuff,
Yeah.
everything. Just be careful. Do
Yep.
your research.
Yep. DJ is still
Don't
alive
be a
and well.
dumbass.
He's still alive and well and doing his thing. And I think he's up to about 2,000 police departments now. He's been inducted.
That's
really
pretty
Yeah.
Wow.
We got the honor of meeting DJ Daniels down in
He's funny.
down in Houston. And for those who do not know who DJ Daniels is, he's a
He's
child.
not a music guy. DJ Angels.
DJ Daniels. He's a child. When he was 8 years old or 7 years old, he was diagnosed with an inoperable brain tumor. And
Fighting like a champ.
he is the strongest kid in the world. He's been inducted into more than, I think, 2,000 different police departments. He's sworn in. President Trump swore him in. The Secret Service has sworn him in. He has been on a path to get sworn into so many different police departments across the country. His father is the most amazing dad in the world. He is April. He's a veteran. He's a veteran, and that just shows the strength that he has and the determination that he has. And we got to meet his siblings, and his siblings are wonderful. It's a great family. So if you just see him on his page, man, support him. He is a great kid, and just keep him in your prayers each and every day, like we always do. For anybody who's battling an illness. Because this is not what they signed up for, but you know what? It's what they have, and they're making the best of it, and they're doing great at it. And embrace each and every day, like DJ used to tell us, man. Embrace each and every day, because for any one of us, it could be our last, tumor or not. So, but that's fake news. Don't believe the Facebook, the Instagrams, all the TikToks, or whatever it is. Do not believe it. What? Yeah. It's not true.
Do your research, people.
Right. It says Facebook said Pitbull was a blonde.
Follow us. We'll tell you the truth.
That's right. Follow the 99.
Right here on the 99.
So, Oscar, what are some other big plans, man, for you? I know you booked that thing. It's booked. And
That
when can you
thing.
share that with us? What
Or we'll
that
he needs to come back and tell us what big
afterwards.
after
He'll tell us afterwards.
But
You'll
I've
hear
filmed-
first.
I filmed movies that been on Amazon Prime, HBO Max, YouTube.
Where's my autograph headshot?
I'll get it going.
Yeah, you need a you need
but
a autograph.
I've been
Needs to
very
go on my Hall of
fortunate
Fame wall.
and blessed to be part of certain projects out there, and I've had fun.
Well, and that's what it's all about. It's about having fun.
It's work. It's work. Some one time, I'm sorry.
No,
one time, some
just
person
cut me
said,
off. It's fine.
Actually, it's not work. Excuse me. It is work.
It
Memorize
is
your
work.
lines. Watch, study them.
People
do
can
your
just
character.
put it on when you need
you
to
know,
put it on.
yeah. I mean, it's work for real.
Oh, it is. It's
work.
hey, it's not easy, and film shoots are usually 12, sometimes 16 hours a day, and retake after retake after retake. It could be tiring and stressful and everything else, but as long as you enjoy your craft, that's what matters. And that's because once you don't enjoy it, then you got to get out.
Yes, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And you got to meet JJ Thompson this
Stay gold, boy. Stay gold.
No, JJ was in Landman. He is part of the Mexican cartel who
we didn't get to work together, but we worked on the same show.
He is an amazing guy. He is so my wife him
MMA first though.
MMA first, but she was like because he's so big. His arms are about the size of tree trunks, and
I pet him on the back, like say, "Good job." It's like hitting this.
You expect him to be like, "Yeah, what's up?" And he's like, "Hey, how you doing?" Very, very, very down to earth.
Down to earth. Down to earth. JJ's so down to earth. Yeah, he is.
He'll snap you in two, man. But he is such a down to earth guy. Him and Chaz Taylor.
And his girlfriend was there.
Oh, you were
I'm just
so
kidding.
mad.
She was
You were so
she was
mad.
awesome. She was no mistake.
Shout out to Chaz
JJ
Taylor and
Pickle is a
JJ
stalker.
Thompson.
She is a
I am
stalker.
not. But you're pretty.
So-
Continue.
Continue. So, talking about, Oscar, with events coming up, and we didn't get into our events yet, but I will get into the March 13th through 15th Indy race that's happening in Arlington, Texas. Now, we got kind of really some VIP seats at the Tattoo Mark Foundation balcony right off Randall Mill. We will be live streaming it right from
We're
there.
gonna be tailgating
And we'll be tailgating.
live.
Streaming.
Same thing.
So you guys not going inside? Are you guys going inside or no?
Well,
no, we're gonna be on the balcony.
We'll be on the balcony. We're gonna live
eating
stream it.
and tailgating and broadcasting.
Yeah, we're going to try to broadcast and try to capture
gonna
the cars
try. I love that
passing
he
us
says
at
try.
200 miles an hour. Are you going to be at Mark's?
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah.
At least outside, like you guys say. I'm right here.
He's gonna be like,
Yeah. Oh, thank you for putting the graphic up, Chance. Yeah, that's
There it
going to be
is.
a lot of fun. We're going to be there with Zach Capel.
Get in the truck.
Get in the truck, Small Town America. Zach has been blowing up all over Texas, covering all the rodeos, and really checking out what Small Town America is all about. Going into all these little mom and pop shops and interviewing all the owners and giving them the airtime and the publicity and the promotions that they so deserve, because there are so many people out there in your own community that work so hard, and we have to really try to give back. We have to uplift them. And that's what the 99 is all about. It's where the mainstream media fails. The 99% Radio Network is going to uplift you, and we're going to take you to the next level. That's what it's all about. It's about what they fail to show, because if it leads, it bleeds on the mainstream media. Here, if you give back to your community, we're going to uplift you. We're going to hold you in praise, and we're going to support you through every step of your way. And that's what we're going to do with you, Oscar, man. You are
so
an amazing
much.
guy.
Thank you.
You got a lot of talent. We want to support you in your artwork. We want to support you in your acting career, and we want you to bring us on to your next book it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. I'll bring you along. For real.
So I want to thank you so much for being here. And going to see you at Celebrity Softball. We're going to see you at the Indy 500.
And he's going to see us at Peanuts and Pistons.
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
and
yeah.
if I do a cookout, anybody's welcome to come.
Oh, you're doing a so you're doing a cookout.
I'll let you guys know. Yeah, I love doing cookouts. Here
What's your
comes the-
address?
Here comes the summer.
Where do you
again.
live? Where do you live?
Well, not right now. I'll let
Oh.
you guys know on the.
Oh no, not
PM
right
you
now.
guys.
Yeah. See, it's all for the
I'll
invite.
send a message.
And then,
We're gonna just show up.
do you, well,
I
let me
will
ask
definitely
something.
send
Listen,
messages.
being Italian, I love good Mexican food. All right,
Man,
so
I get down
what-
on the.
you get
on
down
the
on the Mexican
grill,
food.
yeah.
All right, so if I'm coming to
Yes,
your
I
house,
do.
you invite me to your house, and what are we cooking? What are we?
Fajitas, brisket, ribs, tablitas, mollejas. You know what mollejas are?
I don't know, but I want to eat it.
Well, I heard they're like goat.
You heard that?
Oh, I'll eat it.
Goat?
They're so soft and
I like beef tongue.
icky gooey and it tastes good.
All right, all right. I'm looking
Like-
forward to it, man.
Patrick's
She's
like,
already hungry. Chance is already hungry. All right, we'll have a table for 3 at your house.
I'll have more than
Table for 4.
more.
April wants. April wants. to come.
Yeah, there you go.
April wants to come, man. Table for 4. Yeah. But once again, man, thank you so much for taking the time to come to the show, being on it, being part of it. You are now part of the 99% Radio Network. And what we do is we embrace family, man, and that's what it's all about. It's networking, uplifting each other, and being part of something bigger than yourself. And that's what me and Pip will try to promote each and every day. You know, it's not about us. It's about those who give back to their community. And coming up in the next half hour, we're going to introduce you to 2 people that are giving more and more back to their community as we welcome our guest, April Williams, and I forgot her name, Melanie Flowers, who are part of the Arlington community that are running to change. They're running for school district and councilwoman, and they're going to change and bring change and a better change to the children and to the communities that they serve. So we'll get back into that.
Absolutely.
Because I was stuttering all over that.
That's okay. I was letting you
I
go.
segued wrong. I segued
I'm
wrong.
trying to save him. I'm trying to save him.
Segued wrong. Good
I
time.
didn't put anything in his cup. I promise, Tigger.
No. This
Promise.
is Monster.
Caffeine. But yeah, we'll be back after this.
Yeah, we'll be back right after this.
Thank you.
I was in an accident 12 months ago to the day. I was driving on southbound Santa Fe, and somebody did a suicide left in front of me, and I T-boned him at 45 miles an hour. From that point forward, I don't remember anything for the next 18 days because I was in a coma.
She broke 9 bones, lacerated my spleen, put me in the hospital for 21 days. I remember none of it.
Biker Down was founded in 2011 after riding several rides over the summer and seeing, tragically, my friends get injured. And I felt that there was a need missing in Denver and in Colorado for an organization that helped the biker community. As you may know, the bikers are one of the most charitable entities out there, and what we do is provide them a variety of services such as medical equipment, financial assistance if necessary, and a plethora of resources to help them stay afloat during the hardest time in their life, which is their recovery. You know, my biggest hope is that I'll never get another phone call that a biker's gone down, but you know, that's not realistic. So I think my true realistic dream is that we can help as many as we can help, because it is life-changing for them. Certainly donating and volunteering your time, and even if you can't do that, attend our events. You know, attend our event and get a $20 t-shirt for your $20. You know, those kind of things make a big difference in a small nonprofit like ours.
Here at 1010 Aussies, we're going to find you your forever pet. We specialize in miniature and toy Australian Shepherds. All our pups are pet and family friendly. They're socialized, basic training, and a health guarantee. Check out our miniature and toy Australian Shepherds at 1010aussies.com or call us at 817-213-6698.
Hey everybody, the boy Cheeto F-Food, Olympian, the boy aka Big Cheese, and I ride with the 99.
Hey, I'm Amber. I'm with A.O. Special Pickles, and I ride with the 99.
I'm Sassy Sin with Battle and Betty's, and I ride with the 99% radio.
Hey, welcome back to the award-winning 99% Radio Network here in the Fishbowl, broadcasting you live Fishbowl Studios.
Woo! Multi-award winning.
Multi-award winning.
Multi-award-winning.
Yeah, we're going to get into some of our events, and then we're going to talk to April Williams more, man. We're going to talk to her in a second. She's just going to hang out with us for a minute. But let's talk about some of the events that are coming up and how you can support and what these events are all
There's
about.
so many coming up.
We got so many.
It's
of them
event season, y'all.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
It
man.
is.
First off, on March 6th
Mhm.
at Texas Harley Davidson, we got the legendary Bag Lady Sue coming in for a comedy night. That's going to be beyond all comedy nights. She's a legend in the biker community. She has traveled all over the country, and she is phenomenal. You're going to see the transformation.
Adult only.
Yeah, it's going to be adult only. You're going to see the transformation from Bag Lady to Sue.
Hustler to Bag Lady Sue. Or can I not say that?
Oh, you can.
Can I? Back in the day, she was in good shit.
Yeah.
Now
And she still looks
and
great.
She
And she
still
still
looks
looks great.
phenomenal.
She
And
still
then
looks
she
great.
becomes Bag Lady Sue. So it starts at 8 p.m.
Yep.
I would say get there early because it's first come, first serve for your seats. I think it's $25
$25 at the door.
to get you in. That's a donation, which is, come on, you're laughing for a cause.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Yep. And this comedy night's going to support the Green Star families. The Green Star families are
Near and dear.
near and dear to our
Love
heart.
them.
Those are, we have the Gold Star families, we have the Silver families,
Mhm.
we have all these different families, but we don't have those who've lost a member of the service to post-traumatic stress and suicide. We always have to remember those, not in the way they died, in the manner they died, but in the manner in which they lived.
Yes.
So many of our veterans have post-traumatic stress, and they succumb to the injuries they sustained through serving this country. And the Green Star families is out there to support those who are left behind. The money will go to them.
All of it.
All of it.
We don't take anything. We don't get paid.
Every bit of the
here.
money. Every bit of the money goes directly to the Green
All of
Star
it.
families. And we need you to come out to Texas Harley Davidson. Doors are going to open up at 6. We're going to have some food trucks there. We're going to have a beer garden there. And then the show starts at 8.
Got me.
And
Got
it's-
my ticket.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. But like I said, seating is limited due to fire code. So, get your tickets now. You can go to bagladyshoe.com and purchase your ticket. Or you can, hopefully, if it's not filled up, you can get them at the door if we still have seating available.
So you can purchase them pre-hand,
You can
but
purchase-
your
yep.
seating is first come. Like there is
Yes,
no
yes,
assign.
yes,
You're
yep.
not getting a seat number or anything. So if you're going to get a ticket, get there so you get a good seat.
Yep. And then then after that night, since you're going to stay around Texas Harley
Come
Davidson,
on over to the
right,
next
come
event.
the next day, Saturday, we are doing our rescheduled event. The ice storm really screwed us up with the Battle Vest dedication
Presentation,
for
yeah.
Heroes in the Sky. Now, once again, the Heroes in the Sky Battle Vest, the 99% Radio Network donated
2208.
this battle vest to Texas Harley Davidson. It holds 19 names of our heroes fallen through post-traumatic stress. Not only veterans, but their first responders and anybody else who's in that, first responders, doctors, nurses, lawyers, Yeah, not lawyers. Screw the lawyers.
Yeah.
I can't say that. He's one of our sponsors. Don't say that. Sorry, Glenn.
He can buy
but-
his own plaque.
That's
Just
right.
kidding.
But for
Sorry.
our first responders and our
Mhm.
veterans who have fallen. And we have personally placed 10 names. The vest will hold 19 names. We have personally placed 10 names from those here in the DFW area.
Amazing.
Yeah,
I
it's
misspoke
19
because I
names.
think I put a post that said 12, so I thought
It's
it was
19
19. My
19
bad.
names.
So it's
Yep.
19. Yes, and so the Battling Betties are going to be there. I know there's an event, or we're mingling our event with what the Hog event is doing
Yeah,
that day. So
yep.
the Hog chapter of DFW is going to be doing a ride prior to that, and then they're going to be showing up to the location doing their chili cook-off. If you've been to their chili cook-off, you know it's
Yeah,
some
yeah,
good
yeah.
stuff. And it's, from what I know, it's meat chili. It is Texas
No
chili.
beans.
No beans.
No
You
beans.
have to have the beans.
Oh,
Bean
you're a
girl.
bean-
I'm a bean girl. Oh my god.
No beans. No beans.
I'm a bean girl. I'm with you, but it's still good. Yes, you can have a free sampling of chili from 12 to 1, and then we're going to be doing the Battle of Us presentation from 1 to 2, depending on the time frame and how we do it. The Battling Buddies are going to be there to help read off names as well. And then I think we have the bagpipers.
Yeah, I think. Yep, I think we have Steve the bagpiper coming in.
Piper.
And here's what's so important is they're going to families of those fallen there in attendance. Your support means so much to those families. When we first did this during that ice storm, Barrel and Bones opened up the door to us, and we were able to do a kind of makeshift battle vest presentation because we flew people in, and a family, a mom and a daughter, drove from McAllen, Texas, through that storm to be here in the DFW area to see that dedication. So this is how much it means to the families.
Yeah.
So you can drive a little bit to come and support them. We'd really appreciate it. Those
That's why we
families
had
will
to
appreciate it.
reschedule it
Yep.
to do what
Yep.
we needed to do to honor
Yeah.
these fine men and women that
Yep.
have, you know.
And the families left behind, man. They
It's a
served
great
our
event.
country and they served our cities and townships well.
And Green Star is, I hate to say it, but I don't hate
Well,
to say
this
it.
is for Heroes in the Sky.
Heroes in the Sky, but also we have Natalie.
Star, yeah.
We have one of our friends, Natalie. Her husband's going to be on that. She's part of Green Star. It's like all the community. It's all about the connections. You know, think of all the connections we make.
Yes.
Heroes in the Sky. You know, Green Star. Oscar.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's all about coming together, and we all are like-minded people doing the same thing and trying to get the word out into the community about there's all these great events going on that doesn't get on the mainstream media.
Right.
So come and support all this.
And these families, these are people that who've served our country. Like I said, they serve you each and every day. We cannot forget about them.
Right.
And then let's move into Hops and Props. You know, another veteran,
is one of my
another
favorites.
veteran supporting event that's going to be on April 25th. Right?
April 25th. Yes. I can't remember how many annual they've been doing it for a couple of years. I'd say even 10. But it is my favorite beer festival in DFW.
Oh, okay.
So yes, girl.
So it's better than Oktoberfest.
In my opinion,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
In my opinion, because you got history, you got veterans, you got American pride, all that
love
going
that.
on.
Love that.
You got pinups there, obviously. But you're doing a beer festival amongst old warbirds. It's in the museum.
Oh,
you
I
got all
love
the
that.
airplanes, and you can
Okay.
actually purchase to go in an old warbird in the air and do a beer sampling flight, beer tasting in the air
Yes.
in an old
Oh,
vintage airplane.
Amazing.
Yep.
Love that.
And
love
they fly
that.
and they
Yes.
fly you around DFW area. I think
Yes.
Glenn Lawson and Rob took that flight
did it,
last
yes.
year. They did that last year. They said it was the most amazing time they ever had.
Epic.
They got up there and
You can't
they just-
recreate that anymore.
No, that is
And
an
this is
experience
the
beyond
one
experience.
event that the Fort Worth Aviation Museum does. This is their only event of the year that they raise money for themselves. So this is
Amazing.
everything to keep that museum going. This
I
is the
love
event.
that.
And
I
for-
hope now I'm not a beer drinker, but hopefully they have some Angry Orchard or
They've
some
got,
raspberry.
Yes,
you know, now here's my thing. I am a beer nerd. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a beer nerd. And I got a lot of girlfriends that don't drink beer, and this is the perfect place to take those non-beer drinkers,
right?
Because you get a little cup for like $20-25. I can't remember exactly, but it's under 30, I think.
Mhm.
And you get to go around and you go to each beer vendor and be like, this is what I like. I like fruity stuff. I don't like the hot. And they will tell you, each brewery will tell you a beer that might
Match
be in
you.
your taste buds.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes.
It sounds exciting.
So you can tell them
wanna
I
go.
only drink white wine. Okay, well you might like these notes of this beer, or I like red wine. You're gonna like these notes of this beer. Oh, I'm a beer nerd, girl. Yes, I love it.
Not
It
only-
is so much fun. Live music, food trucks, airplanes, reenactors, the whole thing.
You
It
guys
is-
have me sold.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
I'm sold.
And another thing this does benefit, and I learned this last year when we went, which was really heartwarming. Not only does it benefit the museum, it benefits a lot of the children that are getting into aviation.
Yes.
We saw so many young aviation. I don't know what you call them. I mean, 13 and 14 and 15-year-olds that really love aeronautics, and they want to get
They
into.
to climb in the
They
planes
want.
and everything.
They want to be aviation. They want to get into aviation. They want to join the Air Force. They want to get into different things. So this really builds their education. It builds their, and you're showing that support, and
It's
this
super
also
kid
benefits
friendly.
them.
I love that because my son Ian, I don't know if you guys know that, but we're always at the C.R. Smith Museum. That's all he does is watch Maverick.
Oh.
He puts on his flight
Okay.
costume that I actually went to the base and got. So he's in the officer
Perfect.
uniform. He has his helmet on. He's playing a simulator on his phone and he's watching Maverick.
Oh.
And he does it like that is his
I love
favorite
that.
pastime.
I love that.
And every pilot that we go on, he has to shake their hand. And he always tells them, like, I'm going to be a Blue Angel, not just the Navy. I'm
Oh,
going to be a
he-
Blue Angel.
shoot for the
pilot.
sky, baby.
I'm
Shoot for the
telling
sky.
you.
That's
So
it.
I told him, I
Yes.
said, and every pilot that meets him is like, he's actually going to be a pilot.
He gonna do
he's,
it.
He's actually
He's
going to do it. Yeah.
He's gonna do it.
He spelled plane on YouTube when he was 3. And I asked the teacher, did you teach him how to spell plane? She's like, no. I was like, how did this little boy know how to spell PLANE
Right?
in YouTube? And he watches
Watching
like
it.
real people, real life
Just
pilots. They're doing
Yeah.
extreme landings. They're doing all kind of things. He's just into that. It does like it's crazy.
I love that. So my son's 10 and this will be our 4th year going. So I run a pinup charity as well. So we go every year. And so I brought my son. He wears his flight suit. He's 10 years old and he went last year. And him and his buddy and they have their little Nerf guns. So they run around with their little airplane suits and they're running around with their Nerf guns and they get to climb in planes while we're over,
yes.
with responsible driving.
Responsible
home.
driving.
You know, you brought up the reenactment, which I have to also say that they will have. They have the what is it, Civil War or the World War One?
It's World War II
World War II?
reenactors. Oh, they're from Oklahoma and Thunderbirds of gosh.
They were
I'm gonna look it up.
amazing. They were amazing. We
They're
sit in that,
every
we got
year.
to sit in that small little Jeep, the World War II Jeep.
I rode
and-
around that Jeep, girl, and I had my eyelashes on.
Uh-huh.
It was like,
I know how that is.
it's fun.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny.
So
It's a great time.
Hops and Props. That's April 25th.
They
Come
have
on out and
free
check it out.
early bird tickets are available for that. Go to Hops and Props website or Facebook. You can find all that. You can follow us and find all that information.
Definitely.
Yep. Then let's jump on to one more veteran organization that really holds near to mine and Pitbull's heart, and that's Roll Call. Roll Call started out with 11 members eating breakfast at a diner, and it is now turned into more than 500 veterans per month being served white tablecloth, sitting down, and being served by volunteers every day.
Home-cooked
Which
meal.
church? The church in Fort Worth. The church in Fort Worth. Kudos to you guys. They expanded because of Roll. They built an addition onto the church just for our veterans. They closed up for I think it was for like 6 months.
Yeah.
They closed up and said, hey, listen, we want to expand this because all these veterans from every era, from World War II all the way up to present, go out there and they meet and they greet and they get served their beautiful dinner. There's guest
Lunch.
speakers. You got Don Graves out there always singing God Bless America and really belting it out. It is an amazing charity event for our veterans. And the car show and passport run, the money raised here will go to help. Because what does it cost? About $15 for each meal?
Well, with prices, about 15. I'm not surprised if it doesn't go up to 20 here soon, but
Right.
it costs $20. We'll just say 20 for every veteran to have a meal at that monthly luncheon. So every month they do a luncheon, sit down, like he was saying, and they pay for all that. Nothing comes out of those veterans' pockets. They go in, they get a nice home cooked meal. Costs that.
Amazing.
But they do a lot more other things than just the meals. I mean, there's so many other things that they do for the veterans. but their every monthly thing is the luncheon that they do.
And they sell out every month. I mean, 500.
Well, they don't sell out.
You got to
reserve your
They
spot.
reserve your seat, but they pack it out, so you got to reserve quick because they fill that place up every month.
Go to roll-call.org. Get on their mailing list. They will send you a monthly RSVP to get on the list. They will also send you a monthly thing of all the veterans' birthdays and all the updates on everybody in the North Texas veteran community.
I was speaking with Ron when last time he was on, and what really warmed my heart is some of these veterans come from senior living homes.
Yeah. They
So
get picked up and come to the luncheon. This is their main monthly event.
They wait each and every month
Mhm.
till that, what is it, the third Monday or something? Or
It's like the third Friday.
third Friday. They wait. This is their monthly thing. And we heard from some of the people that they put out their clothes the night before,
Oh, yeah.
and
They're there early.
they're so
to meet with
excited. So
everybody.
that means a lot to a World War II veteran who is 95, 96 years
Vietnam
old,
veterans
Vietnam
and-
veterans. Man, these are our
They just want to share their stories.
Yes.
That's what they want to do. They
Yep.
want to share their stories and they want to feel heard.
Yep.
I mean, it's
Yep.
important to
And they
them.
show up and they're with their buddies and they're like,
Mhm.
okay, what'd you do last month? It's a reunion every
It
month.
definitely is.
And I know we're going to get on to the car show, which is great, but I just briefly, because I don't
Okay.
have all the details for it, but every month Roll Call does meet for those luncheons, but they do not meet in July.
Okay.
So that's where the Battling Betties, we actually just secured a location, which is going to be Shotskis and Keller for our July Battling Beers and Betties for Roll Call. We are debating on 2 weekends here. So as soon as I get those dates done, we are going to lock it down, but it is going to be at Shotskis in Keller. We're going to have music bingo, all the good things, raffles.
Love it.
You did the music bingo last year, and every
much
veteran loved it. There
We
was
outgrew the location. We had to get a bigger
oh my God, there was a
location again.
table. There was a table of, I guess they were World War II veterans,
Yes.
and
Don
they,
Graves.
oh my God, it was fun watching them. And as a Battling Betty, what you guys do as pinups, when you go to the senior living homes
Mhm.
and you sit with them and you play chess and you talk to them, I can't imagine the feeling that you girls get when these heroes are speaking to you and sharing their stories with you.
It's a
And
little surreal
It
because
is.
you don't realize because you're just kind of getting in a cute outfit when you're getting up for the day. But You
Right.
know what you're doing, but you're in this outfit. But when you show up there and you sit down and you see them actually get out of their wheelchair to take a picture with you,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're like-
and the impact that you make, right? And
Uh-huh.
the souls that you touch.
Yes.
I mean, it's so
yeah, they're like,
so
it's
important.
rewarding. It's
It is.
rewarding.
It's
It's
very-
rewarding
and
as
you
hell.
get the grumpiest old man. He gonna be like, hey.
I know. Let me get this picture.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yes,
And that's why I love getting part of Roll Call because we do every year. This is going to be our 4th annual Beers and Betties at Shotski. So please pay attention to the details. I'm going to be posting all of that. But back into Roll Call, which is coming up recent, April 11th at the DFW Car and Toy Museum. We're going to be doing the passport and car and toy run. So there's a lot of little
This is a little
layers to this.
when we talk about a poker run, this is a little different, which really is a lot more fun.
It's a lot more fun. So basically, you have about, I think I was talking to Jeff, who is running the marketing and all this part of the entertainment part. You have about 2 weeks leading up to the event to do your passport. So you sign up, and there's 2 ways to win. So you can go around and do your passport in your regular ride,
Mhm.
or if you have a custom car or bike,
Mm.
and you can go around and do that. The reason why you would do that in your custom car or bike, because then you get entered into the passport raffle twice. So there's up for
Amazing.
150,000 American airline miles up for grabs.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you do the passport run, when you show up, so you have 2 weeks to do those passport runs. Basically, there's going to be sponsor locations. You show up to
Right.
them and you get your passport stamped. You got to get all those passports stamped. April 11th, you show up. That gets put into the raffle for 150,000. Or I'm sorry, if you're. This is where it gets a little tricky on how I word this.
Yes.
So if you do it in your regular ride,
50,000.
You get in for once. If you go in your custom ride, which will be entered into that day's car show or bike show,
Yes.
you get entered twice.
Yes.
So are you having 2 passports stamped?
Same passport,
Same passport.
but it goes in twice.
Yeah, because you went there in your custom car or your bike. So now instead of 50,000,
Double the odds.
They double the odds. Now you can get 100,000 flight miles, 150,000 flight miles from American Airlines.
And if you've been to the
which is
DFW,
no joke.
it's no. I mean, that's
That's
like
no joke.
if you don't. I mean,
Yeah,
that's almost lifetime miles. There,
hell yeah,
depending
man.
Where you go.
And you got to thank American Airlines for
Yes, thank you.
donating those.
They're sponsored
donating
with Roll
those.
Call. And so
Yep.
it's basically a really badass car show at the DFW Car and Toy Museum. I've been I've actually not been there yet, but I've been following him on Facebook. That place looks amazing.
I've been following because when you told me about this, I went on TikTok and I saw it, and it is a beautiful place, and it's free. You can bring the kids. There's over 300 different classic cars,
new,
and
old,
the toys.
Not
the
just cars.
You can bring the kids there, and they will have an amazing time.
Oh,
and
I'm
like
gonna
said,
have to go.
Oh, it's
yes.
Yeah.
And it's always free, or this event?
It's always free. It's always free.
Always free.
It's always free to go.
Amazing.
This is like a private collection. This guy's like just displayed. For
I'm gonna have to send that on my Facebook and say, "Hey, I'm gonna have to promote it."
Yes. So the event's gonna have obviously access to the whole museum, the additional cars and motorcycles that are going to be entered into the contest. The Battling Betties are going to be there. We're going to have a booth. There's going to be a food truck. I think the Car and Toy Museum actually has a partnership with a certain food truck. I'm not quite sure what it is, but there will be food.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a good time, and all the proceeds go to roll call.
Fantastic.
Love it.
Fantastic. So we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back. We're going to talk to April Williams Moore right after these messages.
Red lips, tied up curls, high heels, flag unfurled, Lone Star Stitch on their seams. Sunday drives and freedom dreams. They roll up to the VA gate. Coffee cards, they're never late. Laugh lines, old stories glow. They salute, then steal the show. Hey! Battling Betties of Texas. Country first in their hearts. Pin up smile, standing at attention. Teasing ways, vintage art. For every soldier, every medic on call, every siren. In the dark of the fall, they bring hope, bring heat, bring charm. Like a hook, like a shield, like an arm.
Hey everyone, my name is Alex Arkangelski, CEO and co-founder of Break Free Technologies, and this is Break Free, a motorcycle helmet accessory that easily mounts to pretty much any motorcycle helmet out there, and it's the simplest way to improve your visibility day or night. Break Free's got a sensor array built into the unit itself, so there's nothing to mount to the motorcycle, there's no wiring, everything is inside the unit. It's got 100 ultra bright LED lights that light you up during the daytime and nighttime. Anytime you slow down, Break Free activates, no matter how. Engine braking, downshifting, regular braking, emergency braking. You slow down, it turns on. Break Free is a small company. We're only 4 co-founders and 1 employee at this point, and we're all passionate motorcycle enthusiasts. We love riding, and we've created this product for our community. We wanted to make sure that motorcycle riders are safe and seen out there on the roads. We saw a huge need for visibility, and that's why we've created this product.
Gets its name. Get in the truck, ride the wave of the sound. The 99%, we're breaking new ground. It costs nothing to be kind, that's the creed. Join the 99, fulfill the need. Get in the truck, ride the wave of the sound. The 99%, we're breaking new ground. It costs nothing to be kind, that's the creed. Join the 99, fulfill the need.
April Williams Moore is a veteran, mother, and committed education advocate who will bring both lived experience and data-driven leadership to the State Board of Education District 13. As a military veteran and a parent, she understands the importance of structure, accountability, and opportunity, and how education shapes long-term outcomes for families and communities. With a master's degree focused on analyzing data and identifying solutions, April is skilled at examining student outcomes, identifying gaps, and developing practical strategies that lead to real improvement. she is committed to using data responsibly, not as a weapon against teachers, but as a tool to strengthen instruction, improve curriculum decisions, and inform policies that truly support educators in the classroom. Guided by service, collaboration, and common sense, April is focused on policies that uplift teachers, close achievement gaps, and ensure every student in District 13 has access to a high-quality education. Her combination of service, scholarship, and advocacy makes her a strong and trusted voice for students, educators, and families across the district.
This November, vote for change. Vote for April Williams Moore, State Board of Education, District 13.
Political ad paid by the April Williams Moore campaign.
Hey, welcome back to the 99% Radio Network here in the Fishbowl. We're gonna draw it back a little bit. We're gonna get political, and we're gonna get serious because this is an important issue that will impact many families out there. Now, myself, the 99% Radio Network, myself and Pipple have never really given a political endorsement, but today we want to make an official announcement that we want to politically endorse April Williams Moore for the State Board of Education, District 13, because of her values, her background, her heart, her soul, and her commitment to her community. I want to welcome you, April. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for your kind words.
We talk about networking all the time, and here's the big thing. You'll meet somebody political or somebody running for office on the campaign trail, right? Where they're shaking hands, kissing babies, and eating pizza, right? Not April. We've had a long-standing, the 99 and Mad Radio, and we've had a long-standing relationship with Nikki Hunter, councilwoman over in Arlington.
Yes. Hey, Nikki.
Before she was even a councilwoman, when she used to support the Arlington Public Library and so forth, and we became very good friends. And she does a lot of things for the Arlington charities, the food drives and giving food and getting that all coordinated and throwing her support behind that and feeding families. And I got to meet you at the Arlington Charities food drive. It was a freezing cold day.
Oh my God.
It was a freezing
Oh my God. Really, I had on 3 pair of gloves and I was still freezing. Literally.
Oh my God.
That's rare in Texas, but we get that one day.
Yeah.
That
was the day we were giving out the food. But the one thing about that, every volunteer out there had a smile on their face. They were upbeat, they were positive, and they were providing a necessary service for families that sometimes can't make ends meet, and which is so important, once again, to get out there and be part of your community. Stop complaining about the problems from the couch. Get out to your community, start meeting your community, and change what you don't like.
Yes.
So April, welcome. Tell us a little bit about yourself. You're an Air Force veteran.
Air Force veteran.
A mom.
Mom. I'm a realtor. However, I have been in corporate America. I was in corporate America over 2 decades. So I've enjoyed being a realtor. I've enjoyed having time. That work-life balance is very crucial. And so it has allowed me to be more of an active parent to my 7-year-old right now. He'll be 8 March 17th on St. Patty's Day. Isn't he a lucky baby?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's looking at Hops and Props 2036.
Yes. And I have my 2 older kids. I have a 20-year-old a 20-year-old. I keep telling her, stop growing. Like, stop. You're making me old.
Oh, my God. I'm like, I was going with the 7-year-old. I said, yes. God bless you. God bless you.
Thank you, Jesus.
The 7-year-old older than a 20-year-old.
I know. So she's
20-year-old.
20. She's at Texas A&M. She's an Aggie. Yes, gig 'em. Yeah, she taught me. She's like, Mom, you got to do this when you say gig 'em.
Gig 'em.
And then I have a 16-year-old. So, oh my gosh,
the 7 was harder. The 16-year-old's harder.
Oh my gosh,
and there's no wrinkles. There's no bags in their eyes. No wrinkles. No stress lines. You must have good kids.
I want
let me tell you now. Let me tell you, they all are special in their own special way.
I only have the one.
We're not going to say that they're great or good kids. Yeah, no, they are. We're going to manifest
real life.
it.
It's real life. Is being
right?
a mom.
Exactly.
It's
exactly.
real life. You know,
the hardest job in the world.
Let me tell you. So with my daughter, I messed up. Like, I don't know about you guys, but if you can do the math, if I have a 20-year-old, that I'm 40, so that means like I had her pretty young. I was 20, right? And so I told her if she got straight A's, she never had any issues with her grades, if she always did her chores, she was proactive, I would never tell her no. Why would I say that?
Oh no.
So yeah,
I tell my kid no.
She got all straight A's.
She kept straight A's from kindergarten to senior. I mean, literally, she is at Texas A&M now, and she's on the dean's list. And she cries over a B. And I'm like, Amaria, there's no one. I have not seen anybody that goes to their doctor's office and said, what kind of grades did you get in college, right? Long as you have the initials. But no, she stresses herself, but she still is a party girl. Like, she still like goes out and has fun. Yeah, now we'll let you know. She does have that balance. She does, but she tells me, she's like, Mom, I'm struggling in this organic chemistry. And I started looking at it and I'm like, yeah,
no.
Yeah. Finance is my background. But yeah, so with my kids, with my older two kids, I was not able to be as active with my kids. And so now that I'm a realtor, again, it affords me to be able to volunteer in our schools. I serve on the Arlington Library Board. I'm also on the Arlington Committee that for, what is it? It's for like, I guess, people that have some run-ins with the law, not big ones, right?
Like a
just
second
low
chance
misdemeanor.
Yeah.
We allow them to do community service, and so sometimes when they do community service, though, they can't get to the place to go to community service, right? Because there's no bus, there's no public transportation. So we help them with, via and other things like that. Just making sure that we're setting them up for success when they do get community service, so that we can help them and not continue in the cycle of going, back to jail. So I serve in that capacity. I serve, like I said, at the schools. I serve on the Arlington Republican Club. I'm the secretary there. I got involved with it. I know, right? I got involved in that. And let me tell you, these past 2 years have been eye-opening for me. They've been a world changer. Because, I mean, how many of you guys voted in a primary? Or did you understand the importance of voting in a primary? Right now,
I got but not when I was young,
right? And so I never had before. Like before 2 years ago, I didn't understand it, and that's something that's not always discussed at home. It's not discussed in our schools, and so it's like, when do we learn about the value of voting besides just in November, but in the March vote? And then in some cities such as Arlington, then you have a May vote. And so sometimes when people vote in March, they're like, why do I have to vote in May? I just voted. And so they don't understand the local, the layers. And so it's just, man, it's been eye-opening for me.
That should be something. Don't they have like social studies in school that teaches stuff?
They
like?
did teach government.
They did.
But they did. But you know what's funny? They actually had a new session come up because they're redoing how they're going to do social studies for Texas. So we have that coming up. And by the way, if you have not voted, early voting is going on right now. So please go vote, go vote, go vote.
Here's the big thing too. Everybody wants to vote for like you said, the national election, president of the United States, all that stuff. Right.
But the change happens locally.
It does. And that's where it's much more important to vote locally within your community for that right person, because that's where you will see the change.
Yes.
You will see.
You'd be shoveling your own snow if they check your ID.
How many times do we, and listen, I don't care, whatever political side you're on. Right. When you vote on a national level, you're not going to go to the White House and bitch at Trump or bitch at Biden or bitch at your council or your congresswoman, right? Because they're not going to listen to you, because you really, and I hate to say you don't matter, but you don't. you really don't matter on a local level.
Unless you got
But when you vote for a
media
community leader who cares,
right?
Okay, that lives in your community, that cares about your community, that grew up in your community, right?
Grassroots,
you can
homegrown.
go see them. You're gonna, because you know what? You're gonna see them at the supermarket. You're gonna see them at events. You're gonna see them in the normal days of life, and you can talk to them as a human being. You can talk to them one-on-one, and they're gonna take your conversation to heart, and they're gonna do something about it.
Yes.
You know, April, and I'm gonna start off with some questions.
Okay.
You know, when it comes to what's happening on a federal level, how does it affect the decisions made here locally?
Yeah. So, you know, like you said, John, you know,
I think that would be a good segue.
I know, right? National politics seem to dominate the headlines they do, and that's all that a lot of people focus on: what's happening in Washington, what's happening in Washington. But again, Texas owns, we govern our, when it comes to education, we have our state law, we set our state funding priorities. We have local leadership. Texas, we control the curriculum standards, we control accountability measures, and we also control the school funding formulas. And so I believe we need to fully fund our schools.
Yes.
We definitely need to fully fund our schools, but we also need to change those formulas because they're outdated, right? We need to do our formulas right now. I don't know if you guys are aware, but our formulas, when it comes to funding, it's by attendance and not enrollment.
Yes, I figured that out because my kid missed school a couple times, and they're like, "Well, you got to pay." I'm like, "Well, hold on, here's my
right."
But yeah, I mean,
yeah,
it made sense.
but what happens is there's a lot of, you know, when you're looking at our schools, 4 through 8, if you look at the data, only 43%, less than 50% of our schools are at passing. I know one school, they were like, "Hey, we're the highest in the DFW," and they had it was 43%. And they were so happy about being the highest, and I'm just like,
but
why? You know, I understand, like, hey, you're the highest in this. However, it's still 43% of your students, like 43%. That's
not, should be up over 80.
Exactly.
Like both my stepdaughter, my daughter, she's a teacher. She's a 4th grade teacher right here in the DFW area.
So is my daughter.
And my niece, is also a teacher here. She teaches 4th grade as well. And you know, I see the battles that they have,
right?
Each and every day.
And it's discipline. A lot of it is discipline. And so when they can't force a student to behave, and the parents are not partnering with the schools, they cannot suspend them until they're willing to abide by the rules, because the funding is tied to attendance. So that is one of the biggest issues, because if a teacher is trying to manage her classroom and she's trying to do instruction, but then you have 3 kids that are not following the rules, that are interrupting her, now she can't instruct your child. Now she has to deal with disruption, right? And she has to deal with discipline issues. And so all that, when you're talking about student achievement, discipline is the number one priority, because you can't teach a child that's not willing to learn, and it actually interferes with another child learning, right?
It's collateral damage.
I mean, literally. And so again, with our local leaders, they're accountable and they're responsible for our performance, for our students' performance, because they're the ones, again, that make up the graduation requirements. They set the TEKS, they decide the curriculum. Right now, the growth when it comes to high curriculum, they're looking at adoption, how many books are purchased versus a student's growth, right? And so we need to go back to the drawing table and say, hey, we need to make sure that when we are selecting certain texts or curriculum, and we're deciding on which books that our schools are purchasing, and because we incentivize them to purchase these books, right? We need to make sure that we can see the growth. We need to own the data, and then we need to go in there and support our schools. We need to go in there and support our teachers, right? Because a lot of times, you know, just like with this Fort Worth takeover, right? With TA taking over, to me, it sounds more of penalizing Fort Worth versus then partnering with them and supporting them.
Mhm.
And that's what I don't like. And I also believe that the data that they use is outdated data. Yeah.
Outdated data.
I mean, because one of the schools that they closed happened to be a school that Fort Worth was already going to close. I mean, one of the schools' data that they used was already a school that they deemed that they were closing. And so they were already transitioning the kids out of that 6th grade campus, right? And so when we're using data, we need to make sure that it's accurate. When we're saying that, hey, we're going to take over a school, we need to make sure that the data that we're using is reflective of current data. And so that's one of the things that I'm huge on. I'm big on making sure that I am available to meet the community. I've met so many people. I've met so many families. I want to get in front of as many people as I can because I want you to see my heart. I want you to see how I've served my country and now how I want to serve my community. I want to hear your stories. I want to tell you a few of my own. I definitely do. District 13 is so huge. I mean, it is in Tarrant County,
Sounds
it's
like
Fort
Hunger
Worth and
Games
Arlington, right? In Dallas. And if, hopefully I don't forget any because they'll get me, right? But there's Dallas, there's Duncanville, there's Cedar Hill, there's Grand Prairie, there's DeSoto, Lancaster, there's Mesquite, there's a little bit of Irving, there's Glen Heights. There's so many cities.
So that's all District 13?
That's all District 13.
Wow.
And so what
that's
I want to do is
huge
get in
area.
front of people and say, hey, a lot of times we vote in people that are going to represent us in Austin, right? But then we don't see them anymore. We vote them in and we don't see them again until it's election time. Well, no, I want to meet with you. I want to meet with you before, like, the board meets every quarter. I want to meet with you a week or two before we meet so that I can hear, you can feel heard, and I can see, like, what are the challenges you guys are facing. And so I want to have parents on this board because it's important. I want to have teachers. I want to have anyone that's willing to give feedback because that's what's important, right?
Boots on the ground people.
It is very important.
It's the people that's actually
Involved.
impacting.
Exactly.
When it's,
even volunteers. There's some, I promise you, just like we were talking about the veterans and how they look forward to, putting on their clothes and going to roll call and stuff.
Yeah.
There are little ladies, and I call them little ladies, but they're so cute. Literally, they go to the school maybe like 3-4 times. They care, and they go in the libraries and they volunteer their time, and they just go in there and try to go in and
keep the history,
literally
keep it all together.
Yes, literally giving their time because they value education and they want to give back to the community, and that's what it's all about because we need each other.
Power of books and education.
Yeah.
We need to keep the power.
And
of reading
I am
and
not a
writing.
book banner. I promise you, this is going around everywhere. You're a book banner. You're a book banner. I am not a book banner. I believe in age appropriate material.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I
Girl.
do. That's what I believe in. I don't want my 7-year-old to see certain body parts right now. I
Or
don't
read about 'em.
or
Right.
read it right. But my 16-year-old, my 20-year-old, why not? They need to know those things, right? But it goes back to what's age appropriate. And so I'm not a book banner. So please, I'm not a book
That's where
banner.
that the words get twisted
Wow,
by some people thinking we're banning books. It's like, no, it's about appropriate things for child age elementary school
Yes.
kids. We're not
Yes.
gonna
And certain
Yes.
things should be in a school library, and then certain things should be in a city
Yeah, if you
library.
wanna take it
These
to
are
that
these are
library,
not the same, right? They're not the same. What a school is teaching your child versus what if you want to take your child to the city library and you share
Right.
things with your children,
on you.
those are different things. And so I serve in the city library. I have not asked one person to take a book off the shelf in the city library.
You are probably the first person that I've heard say that because that was well said. I mean, that was perfectly said to every parent out there. You don't want your kid at 6 or 7 or 8 years old to see inappropriate material.
There's some crazy stuff out there,
especially
y'all.
for a school to be, sharing that with them. And
Right.
age appropriation is perfect. We want our children to be children.
Right.
We want our kids to grow at the pace that they're supposed to grow at. We don't want them to see stuff that they are not ready for. Their
Can
mind.
I have to sit down and explain?
Yeah,
Exactly.
or their mind.
Because what's the first thing a child wants to do? They want to touch it. So if I show my son something on a little, he's gonna want to touch it, and then you're gonna say that my son assaulted your daughter, and, and it's not that. But learn through discovery, right?
Yep.
And so they're not ready for certain things, and that's why I say age appropriate. I'm not banning books. I'm just saying that hey, there's certain ages that where material may be appropriate, and there's certain ages where it may not be.
I just don't see the other side telling me like, oh, it's fine. I can't wrap my head around it.
You got to remember, a 7-year-old is not a 17-year-old.
Right.
Okay. No matter what, how
He still watch movies with his mama and snuggle. We're not going to do all that. He doesn't need to know anything else.
Another thing is we're trying to make our children grow up too fast.
We are, and we're sexualizing our children.
Let them enjoy childhood. Let them be a child. Let them get out there and play. Let them get out there and experience. We don't have to force these things that they're not ready for. Right?
They're not. And the thing about it is that we have so much data. You know, a lot of people that believe in science, right? There's so much data out there that shows that their brains are not even developed to their 21,
26,
20 for men,
26
right?
for men, 26.
I'm talking about girls. No,
you guys develop a little better than us. We're a little slow on the update.
Right. But what I'm saying is that because their brains aren't developed, when they're exposed to certain things that they can't comprehend, then your child is doing something. And sometimes when they do things, then they have to suffer a consequence that may be juvenile or different things. And again, you're like, I never raised him to be like that. Yes, but you exposed him. You didn't guard his ears. You didn't guard his eyes, you know, and we have a lot of our babies are in juvenile. A lot of our babies are in these what are the facilities, the behavior management facilities. Like I'm telling you guys need to go look, they're in there. And so you have to, like, your child does not have the same reasoning capacity that you have. And so it's just like fire. If you show a little kid fire at 6 and 7 and you don't explain things, then the next thing you know, your house is burnt down, right? Because they're playing with fire inside the house, right? They're going in a closet to play with fire because you exposed them to something and you didn't give them the rules behind it. You didn't tell them, you know, here are the consequences behind this. And so that's the same thing that I'm saying. What I'm saying is that, again, I'm not a book banner, but I believe in age appropriate material.
you know, when you turn around about the brain functions, when we talk about the prefrontal cortex of the brain, where it develops at either 21 or 26, and each person develops a little bit faster, sometimes, or a little bit slower. But like in law enforcement, many places you cannot be a cop or carry a gun until you're 21 years old. There's a reason. There's a big difference between 18 and 21.
Yes.
It's that brain development age.
Yes.
The drinking age, they raised it to 21. Not because there was a lot of it's because of the brain development age. And there's a lot of reasoning behind that. It's the science, it's factual. So, when we start showing things or doing things for our kids that are 7, 8 years old, that either appropriate or inappropriate, but they're not ready for it.
They're not ready.
They're not ready for it.
Right.
So, which brings us into the next question is, why do you think parents are taking their children out of the public school system and maybe bringing them to homeschooling,
charters,
or charter schools?
Private.
Right.
I have my answer.
Yeah. Tell me your answer.
Well, I mean, I haven't researched probably as much, and to me, I'm scared. My kid's going to go into middle school next year, and I'm scared. Like what he might be taught, or even just the bullying and like the unorganization, and but I also have to remember that I went through a rough school too when I was that age. But
I did too,
and so I have to maybe step back. But it's my baby. But I am worried. Like I hear things on news, and I don't want him being indoctrinated or things being taught that I'm not approving.
Right.
And so that scares me because I don't need to have him come home and me. No, let's recorrect that.
Exactly. Exactly. And the things when a teacher teaches them, they think it's gospel. I've had this with my daughter. I've had it with both my sons. And I'm just like, no, let me give you the reasons behind. Let me explain this.
Because they are definitely.
Oh my gosh. Yes. And that's gospel.
Yeah.
But every child learns differently. And so I believe for me, I know that I pulled Ian out of Arlington ISD, and he's in charter right now. And one of those reasons is because, again, every child learns differently. And I believe that a lot of our teachers, even though they're taught and they have professional development on how to differentiate learning, they don't have the time or the bandwidth to do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so one of the schools just like, hey, Ian is complaining that he's bored and he doesn't want to go to school.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, is there more work that you can give him, more challenging work? And the teacher said, hey, it's not only Ian, it's about 4 other students that are ahead of the class. And she says, I try to pull them once a month to a group setting, to a table, and try to give them more challenging things. But I'm behind. I haven't done it in 3 months. So first of all, I would like maybe a few times a week, right? You said once a month, but then if you say you're 3 months behind, then you don't even do it monthly, right? And so those are one of the things. So I believe that we have a lot of resources when it comes to struggling learners. I believe that we teach toward the general, but when we have those high achievers, those accelerated learners, they get left behind. We tell them to stop. Wait. We got to catch this person up, right? And so we're okay with them having stagnant growth. And so that's one of I think the hugest reasons why people take them out of the public school is because they want their children to continue to learn. They're a sponge right now. And so they want them to be challenged. And so they believe that a charter or private school can provide them with the necessary resources so their child can continue to grow. Another reason may be discipline. I know that sometimes in certain schools, there's more fights than others. There's more kids disrupting class and acting out. And whether you want to believe it or not, when this kid does it and your child who has never seen it sees it, then they want to come home and they want to act just like the child that they saw in class. Now, I am one of those, though I do believe in, a little spanking. And so I just have to course correction. I call it course correction.
You know what?
Right?
That's what I'm going to call it now.
You know what?
Max, it's
this doesn't get more real. And
but it's for my child. I didn't say anything about your child.
But no, but and that's great. And that's where it goes right into the transparency of current issues on the board, right? Because you're not afraid to sit here on the 99% Radio Network and say, "Hey, I spanked my kid."
I spanked my kid.
I spanked my kid when they deserve it, right?
My 20-year-old, school, right? I did, and guess what? She's straight A's and does chores. She's proactive,
And there's a difference between
you can't let
spanking, discipline, and abuse,
and beating and abuse. They're so different.
There's a big difference.
They're so different.
And
because I can spank like this, my 7-year-old, and that's enough for him, right? That 16-year-old might need.
They need a little bit more, but that's what discipline is. What keeps people on the right, straight and narrow. Definitely. Right? If we don't have,
you gotta have a healthy fear.
If we don't have rules, if we don't have rules in the household or in the schools or on the streets, it runs amok.
It does.
Right?
It does.
So we have to teach kids from the very young age what right and wrong is. Right? When you smack a kid on the hand, if he starts putting things into the socket, they're not going to do it anymore.
Definitely.
Right? They touch the stove, they get burned. It's just like a slap. They're not going to do it anymore. You have
one good ass beating, he ain't gonna do it again.
But
ain't gonna do it again.
It's rearing your kids to discipline, and they'll grow up to healthy, educated adults.
Right.
And that's where your transparency.
And I don't
comes
like
through.
to,
I
don't like to yell. Exactly, transparency. And speaking of transparency, before I even say what I'm going to say, right now it's hard to hold our representative accountable, because right now when they vote to conceal their votes. They vote to conceal their votes.
All right, I'm on that lower scale of education. They vote to conceal their votes.
So if I vote yes and she votes no,
right?
Then after that vote is taken, now we're going to vote to where you won't know who said yes or no.
Canceled it.
We're going to conceal it. All you know is the outcome of the vote.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
That is.
So I have
all about
I have a current board member that's on the State Board of Education, and he told me that, and it was mind blowing. I was like, no way. I was like, they vote to consider their vote. I'm like, why would you do that?
Because it ain't right.
But again, this is what I'm saying when it comes to our local leaders. That we need to make sure that we can reach out and touch them, right? They're
It's
local
like fake
leaders.
Google reviews.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes, basically. But you know, it's important. It's important
buying
that
followers.
literally, it's important that when we're looking at our local leaders, that they have the passion, they have the heart behind it. Now, I will tell you, I have met my opponents.
As you should.
Yes, I have. I met one at the charity drive, and I met another at a Delta event in Dallas. And wow, when I tell you, and I can say this, and this is from my heart. We all care about kids, and there's nothing wrong with saying that. Hey, your opponent brings valuable resources. I know a lot of when it comes to politics, people say don't mention the incumbent, or don't mention your opponent. For me, I'm telling you right now, I can see valuable resources, especially in the opponent that's running against the incumbent. I can see how she would add value on the board, right?
That's awesome.
And that's and it is. And there's nothing wrong with just having 3 people that's saying, hey, I want to give back. I want to serve, right? And then we go and we show everybody, hey, here's our platform. Vote for me. If you don't like this platform and you prefer another, then vote for that person. But you don't have to attack the other person running against them just because you want to support this person. Like, why do we have to be nasty? That's my whole thing. Like, this is State Board of Education, even in school board. Like, I don't understand. We teach our kids not to bully, but then you go and you bully.
Yeah, you bully. As politicians, you're bullying. Yeah.
I don't like nasty politics. And so for me, when people say, hey, April, you're not responding on Facebook, like, honestly, if someone wants to know me and they reach out to me, you can reach out to me on my website. You can email me. You can send me a Facebook Messenger. I will meet you for coffee. I will come and meet you. My campaign manager will be with me. We will meet you. We will greet. We will talk. We will speak. And if I get more comfortable with you, I'll come by myself, right? Because safety first.
Of course. Because
packing.
Okay.
These days and age, you never know. You never know.
You never know. But when people try to put little comments on your Facebook post and they have a whole 2-3 different paragraphs,
Keyboard
as soon
warriors.
as soon as you respond and you say, hey, I want to support teachers, they
They're gonna
attack
double
you
down.
supporting teachers.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
they're just trying to get you to be ugly, and it ain't gonna win.
Exactly.
They
And
got their
so
own issues.
my thing is that I reserve my energy. Like, I'm not going to do that, because when I started this out again, I focused on service. When I was in the Air Force, one of our core values was service before self. And it was also excellence in all that we do, right? And so when it comes to my mission is to serve, is to complete this, is to get to November and get votes. If in November, the community in District 13 say, hey, you know what? I don't want to choose April Williams Moore. I actually want to choose this person. Then guess what? I'll be okay. I know that I gave it a good run. I know that I spoke from my heart. I know that I reached out and I touched people and I let them get to know me, and I will be okay, right? It's not one of these big things to where I want to tear down someone else just so I can build myself up. I'm not that type of person. I am not that type of person.
That's the veteran in you. That is the veteran in you, because a veteran will never tear anybody down.
No.
To step on top of them.
No.
And that's, we all should learn from that. And we're running out of little time, but that's what everybody should learn. And April, we're going to have you on before the election in November.
Yes.
But I want real quick, how can people support you? Where could they go?
Yes.
And how could they find you?
I do need your support. Let me tell you. So april4texas.com. So that's APRILFORTEXAS.com. If you can go on there, the first time you go on there, it'll say donate. I need your donations. And let me tell you how great grassroots is, right? So if you can donate $25 and you can tell 25 people about me and they donate $20, that pays for 10 road signs, right? Because these road signs are like they range from $40 to $50 a piece. Okay. I have to get exposure because, again, District 13 is so huge. I am known in Tarrant County, not that known in Dallas County, even though I was raised in Dallas County. So I have a few family and friends out there. But again, it's still it's a huge footprint. And so I need donations. I also need volunteers. I need people willing to door knock for me. I need people willing to be at the polls for me and just sharing my platform, sharing who I am. Again, I don't want anyone to rah me and tear down someone else. That's not the supporter that I want. So if you're one of those supporters, I don't want that from you. I would just prefer your vote and you just be quiet. That's it. Like, because literally, again, this is about service for me. And it's the core value of service before self. And you can't win people over by insulting them. And so sometimes
that's not working for me.
Oh my gosh, you cannot.
All right, we're running out of time. Okay. I know, because Mongo's on, right? Mongo's on.
Okay.
And he's another veteran.
Yes.
He's another veteran who doesn't like to be kept waiting.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Pitbull and John. You guys are awesome.
Stay with us. Stay with us for the Mongo log, because he's a Marine. You're Air Force. I'm sure there's going to be some conversation. We're going to come back. April Williams Moore, get out there in November and vote. We're going to be back on. She gets the 99% Radio Network's full endorsement for.
She's riding with the 99.
She's riding with the 99, baby. We'll be back with the Mongo log right after this. Here at 1010 Aussies, we're going to find you your forever pet. We specialize in miniature and toy Australian Shepherds. All our pups are pet and family friendly. They're socialized, basic training, and a health guarantee. Check out our miniature and toy Australian Shepherds at 1010aussies.com or call us at 817-213-6698.
I'm David with Thunderbird Biker Supply, and I ride with the 99.
Hi, I'm Maria. And I'm Misty. And we're with POF, and we ride with the 99.
Hey y'all, I'm Janie Balderas, and I ride with the 99.
Rising loud like a storm untamed. This is where the difference gets its name. Get in the truck.
Mongo! Santa Maria!
Never mind that shit. Here comes Mongo.
Mongo. Hey, welcome, Mongo. Sorry we got you.
Everybody.
Sorry we got you on a little late, but you know how these chair force women are, right?
Yeah, no, talk.
Sorry, he's in California. It's only 4 minutes.
Okay.
Hey, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing well. We're actually having some good weather out here. I'm going to try to read today's monologue a little bit slower because it seems like the past few weeks I'm either turning dyslexic, turning retarded, or Alzheimer's is setting in because I'm having a hard time reading my own writing. So I'm going to slow it down a little bit.
Take your time, brother. But I do want, before you start the monologue, because I know it's not going to be about the State of the Union address yesterday. But just real quick, comments on that. Did you watch it?
You know, I did watch it, and he did such a good job. I was impressed with the fact that he didn't really complain too much. He did some complaining, but he basically talked. He had lots of props. I like the fact that he brought the people out. They were awarded the Medal of Valor, or the Medal of Congressional Medal of Honor.
Yep.
I'm glad that he made recognition of people, and he spoke about the people, and he put the Democrats on the spot, and they fell for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought that was a disgusting display that none of the none of them stood up for America,
right?
But they would stand up for the illegal immigrants.
Yeah.
And that was really, really shameful to every American, no matter what side of the aisle you vote on. They showed that there is no such thing as bipartisan. It's their way or the highway.
Right.
And if we don't get, he's trying to get us back to an equal unity.
I feel like the song "We're Not Gonna Take It." No, we ain't gonna take it.
I think he did an amazing job as well. And once again, some of those politicians really showed their true value. And you know what? I hope they feel it at the voting booth come November.
I watched the counter argument with the Virginia governor afterwards. And she's she's a former law enforcement. I was disappointed with what she had to say, but it's like she basically made Trump's point, because the 3 points that she was making, you either had to agree with her, which she was wrong, or Trump was right. I was like, I didn't like her speech, but you made 3 points. Trump was right. Everything he said.
Yeah, well, they fall. You know what? Trump he's an excellent chess player, man. He is 6 moves ahead of everybody. And they just got to learn to accept that he's going to call checkmate.
Right. Yeah, and his problem is he likes to talk, and I like hearing him talk, but sometimes he puts his foot in his mouth.
He does.
You know what he's trying to say, but it doesn't come out the right way, and it's like, okay, well, you're not really a politician. You're a businessman who's in politics, and you're going to make mistakes, but sometimes, dude, just bring it down a little bit.
Yeah, right. I agree.
Right. But he's transparent. He speaks his mind.
He's very transparent.
He speaks his mind.
He does.
No, I dig it. I hope he's setting the trend for how politicians should be moving forward.
I think
They shouldn't be the robots that just read off the script and read what the speechwriters write for them, and then that's it. Talk.
Yep.
Be a human.
Agree.
Yep. So, all right, brother. Thanks for that. And let's get on with the famous Mongolog. What's it about today?
All right, today I'm going to, it's a little bit of a throwback, but it's a modern throwback. It's on the Epstein files.
All right, here we go.
So here we go. January 30th, 2026, release of the Epstein files has revealed a chilling reality. Hundreds of pages in that massive disclosure pertain to alleged criminal activity and victim abuse that occurred during the full 8 years of the Democratic Party's Obama-Biden administration. Jeffrey Epstein was an American financier in New York City. Excuse me. He began his career as a high school teacher before transitioning to the finance sector, working at Bear Stearns and later founding his own firm. He had extensive ties to various intelligence agencies, including Israeli intelligence, and was involved in brokering deals for them. Apparently, however, there are no confirmed reports or evidence that Epstein was a foreign asset. It's not like the Mossad would post an employment record of an asset on the internet. He did, however, cultivate relationships with many influential people globally, which has led to speculation about his connections and activities. I can't imagine why Israeli Mossad would possibly be interested with this high-rolling international playboy. It's not like he allegedly provided access to perverted sexual fantasies for world leaders and Hollywood power brokers. I mean, even if he did, it's not like he would have photographic evidence of these interactions, proof of possible pedophilia or sexual depravity, or just information that, if made public, would embarrass Satan himself. Now, bear in mind that I'm not making any suggestion of wrongdoing or immoral behavior by any celebrities, politicians, or powerful society elites. Oddly enough, though, the more I search, the more I realize that according to almost everyone, nobody ever went to Epstein's private island, according to their official statements. Also, as strange as it may seem, none of these self-promoting attention whores responded for additional information. I'm starting to think that nobody knew this guy at all except Donald Trump. The media and the internet can't post enough information regarding their association. So who are just a few of these prominent souls who allegedly visited Epstein Island, whether to just explore, experience, or exercise their darkest lustful fantasies? Former President Bill Clinton is one prominent name associated with Epstein. Clinton's wife, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, said that House Republicans investigating the Epstein files are using her and her husband to divert attention away from President Donald Trump's relationship with the late disgraced financier. She has accused everyone of political gamesmanship after she and her husband faced possible contempt charges for allegedly ignoring congressional subpoenas tied to the House Oversight Committee's investigation of Epstein. So far, neither Bill Clinton nor Hillary Clinton have been charged with any wrongdoing by Epstein's victims, and both have denied knowing about his sex trafficking. Although I don't have any proof, I'm just a radio personality with an opinion, but I'd like to go on the record right now and say that that statement by Hillary Clinton is pure bullshit. Roger Stone is the former campaign advisor to President Donald Trump. Stone has commented that the connection between the Clintons and Epstein dates back years. He has said that the New York financier provided the seed funding for the Clinton Foundation and Clinton Global Initiative. Epstein generously contributed donations to Hillary's political campaigns, and there's a nonprofit called Terramar, which was run by Ghislaine Maxwell. I hate saying that name because I can't pronounce it. Ghislaine, something lean, Maxwell, completely funded by the Clinton Foundation. According to Stone, Terramar was allegedly just a grooming pool for young interns in some non-existent environmental nonprofit. Now, regarding any investigation, Hillary has a lot to answer for related to Jeffrey Epstein. Stone said Bill Clinton is lying about never having been to Epstein's private island. According to flight logs, Slick Willie flew on Epstein's private jet 26 times. I'm not really versed in lifestyles of the rich and famous, but that sounds like a VIP pass to Epstein Island. Additionally, White House records show that Epstein visited Clinton's White House on 17 different occasions. Regarding Clinton's presence on Epstein's Island, Stone has said that in sworn testimony in federal court from at least 3 of the alleged Clinton victims proves otherwise. According to FAA manifests, which were included in Stone's 2015 book, The Clintons' War on Women, Slick Willie was definitely on the island at least 3 times. According to Hillary, Bill took some rides on Epstein's private plane for charitable work. I'm going to have to go and reevaluate my understanding of the words charitable work and its true meaning. Apparently, I've understood charitable work to totally mean something different. Now, although I haven't personally seen the evidence of this, I can say the following with some confidence. I worked criminal investigations for many years. Numbers like 26 times don't seem to be a mistake, oversight, or a clerical error. My guess would be that Clinton went to Epstein's Island. I'm confident, however, that while he was there, he was probably only catching up on some reading of scripture and was using the time away from Hillary to reflect on their loving bond. This is only speculation on my part, but knowing the feelings that Bill has for Hillary, he was probably concentrating on his alleged daughter, Chelsea, who Hillary claims to be his true and biological offspring. But that's another story. He also had time to indulge in his unique cigar habit. I actually enjoy reading stories about the Clintons. They're a fun power couple. I'm not implying any guilt or responsibility on the part of Clinton. I am saying that his name and image does pop up significantly with Epstein, along with photographs of females not named Hillary. In one photograph, Clinton is depicted in a hot tub. In another, he poses with a woman, and others in a young lady's faces have been obscured. Neither the context nor the timing of these photos is explained in the documents. Now, in 1994, I had some frank conversation with the U.S. Secret Service agents that were assigned to then President Clinton and his lovely bride. They had landed in Burbank to tour earthquake damage in the LA basin. I was regaled with stories of this power couple and their combustible relationship. I can say with some confidence, Bill Clinton, for multiple reasons, has some big balls. Now, just on a side note, I have a picture in my office shaking hands with Clinton. I was standing at the front wheel well of Air Force One. Clinton was walking with his entourage and changed directions. He walked over to me and shook my hand. I was never a Clinton supporter, but when the president walks up to you extending his hand, you shake hands with him. President Trump, who was mentioned in the Epstein files, has repeatedly denied any wrongdoing and said he severed ties with Epstein decades ago. His name does, however, appear in the files, supposedly reflecting a long-standing relationship. One would think that since this fact is almost exclusively and repeatedly mentioned by the mainstream media, Trump was the only friend that Epstein ever really had. For his part, Trump had publicly distanced himself from Epstein, labeling him as a creep. Now, in fairness to the Clintons, they also claim to have severed all ties with Epstein long ago. Coincidentally, and unfortunately, while we're speaking of severing ties, the cameras in Epstein's prison cell block were severed and out of service the night that he couldn't sever ties with himself. He was found hanging dead in his prison cell in 2019. I'm sure that any alleged visitors to Epstein's island were only there to discuss rich people stuff, which in a relaxing and tropical environment. Since no one ever voluntarily admits to having ever been there, no inappropriate sex acts could ever have occurred. Tom Hanks, Whoopi Goldberg, and Joyless Behar are mentioned as previous guests on Epstein's Pleasure Island. Of course, all have denied any unscrupulous activities, and all have explained or excuses. But excuses, hang on a second, God damn it. Damn thing. Here we go. Hang on, I'm with her. Anyway, I can't find my spot, but excuses are like assholes. Everyone's got one. Okay. Now I see what I did wrong. Okay. Now, moving on. Andrew Moulton Windsor, the King of England's brother, formerly known as Prince Andrew, has also been embroiled in controversy due to his association and photographs with Epstein. In addition to any sex scandal with underage females, Andrew has been accused of sharing confidential documents with Epstein. The files do not lie. When the safety of the vulnerable was on the line, the Democratic Party, Obama, Biden, and DOJ looked the other way. One party had the power, the evidence, and the moral duty to expose the truth, yet chose inaction and indirectly abetted the monsters. Society owes a profound debt of gratitude to the Trump administration for doing the Democratic Party's what the Obama-Biden administration would not, deliver long overdue accountability. I'm actually hoping that over the next few months, more names are brought out and into public light. Whether the individuals are Republican, Democratic, celebrities, athletes, industry moguls, or previously unknown names, I say expose them all, shame them, prosecute them, and hold them accountable. Epstein's cabal needs to be publicly exposed and destroyed. And that, my friends, is that. Whiskey improves with age. I improve with whiskey. My name is Mongo. Whiskey goes in, wisdom comes out. I smoke cigars and I know things. Mongo is out. And back to you.
Thanks, Mongo.
Man, sorry, Mongo. We were having a little thing here.
No, we weren't. We were totally paying attention.
Yes, we were paying attention.
We were. But, with Epstein, everybody, all these Democrats turning, nobody's above the law. I haven't seen one arrest, but from another country.
UK, right?
Yeah. Nobody here has been really held accountable. Nobody here has really felt that wrath, and this is sex trafficking of our youth,
of our children.
Yeah, and the problem is this administration is going to soon be gone. Hopefully, it'll be replaced by another one even better or just as good. But chances are it's going to be a worse administration, and again, it will be dropped and forgotten about.
Yep, and that's what they're hoping on. That's why they want to delay this so that the next administration will forget it and bury it back up in a whole bit. Yep. So
never forget.
Hopefully something gets done.
It's frustrating because we can see this going on in the media. We can see the congressional hearings going on. Congressional hearings mean nothing. It's a dog and pony show because nothing ever comes out of a congressional hearing. The Department of Justice needs to do something and move forward with that.
Yeah, but you know what? There are powers bigger than me, you. There's probably powers bigger than Trump himself behind this. When they talk about the deep state,
right?
It
has to be really deep. I mean, because Prince Andrew, really?
Yeah.
I mean, come on now, Prince Andrew, and we can't get anyone over here
I know.
to be held accountable.
Yeah, there's.
It wasn't me.
You bring that up because we took Prince Andrew because he's not part of this country. And now, but we can't hit anything.
And they took Prince Andrew off the table, but they didn't take him off for anything with Epstein. They took him off for other stuff.
Oh, okay.
So it's still a big circle that never comes together.
I can't wait for the movie to come out to break it all down for me. There's a lot.
Well, Mongo, once again, thank you for taking the time.
And
you put the
Mongo,
effort.
hold on.
Oh, I'm holding.
Mongo,
Yes.
how long have we known each other here? Quite a couple years, right?
We've actually known each other for a couple of years, but I've known of you for long before that because I used to go to a lot of the Battling Betties at the different Harley dealerships back in the earlier days of the radio
Where's
program.
my wine?
I'm
Where's
sorry?
the wine?
Uh-oh.
You're supposed to be sending me some wine.
I've got a whole cellar
I hear
full of it.
you
I'll have
live
to
in
figure
really
something out.
like a good place that has wine.
Do you prefer red, white, or blush?
Red,
Red,
spicy,
all right.
mellow.
I will take care of it.
All right, you're getting your wine.
I'm just saying. I mean,
getting
I
your-
thought you liked me.
You're getting your Mongo wine.
The Mongo wine.
Mongo wine.
We need Mongo whiskey and Mongo
Mongo
wine.
loves wine. Mongo loves
We
wine.
can do 99 wine.
No.
99 wine.
Yo!
Mongo does not love wine. Mongo's dad is a wine connoisseur and has a lot of it. I have none.
But we can have a 99 bottle of liquor.
Oh my goodness.
We can sell for
All right.
donations.
All right. On that note, I know you're getting on to your alcohol high here. All right, here we go.
Fine.
All right, we got to go. All right, Mongo, stay safe. Love you, brother, and we'll talk soon.
Talk soon. All right. Hey,
Thanks, Mongo.
all right.
Man, it's
You
been.
were
it's-
wondering the same thing.
I know
Stop
I
it.
was, but I didn't ask him. Once again, man, I want to thank everybody for tuning in, sharing, liking, subscribing, whatever you're doing for this show. This is uplifting our communities, our cities, our states, and it's uplifting the biker community, which raises over $1 billion per year for so many different organizations. The Celebrity Softball Classic, raising money for so many different organizations. Be a part of something bigger than yourself. Get off the couch and get out and be involved in your community. I want to thank April for being here and sharing your experience. Don't forget to get out there and vote for April in November. I want to thank Oscar, man. Make sure you check out Oscar and follow him, share his stuff, and be sure to see him on his upcoming.
He'll be in all of our adventures.
Yeah, he'll be all our adventures. And before we leave, I want to just I want to dedicate this show to my pup. I had to put him down last night. He was 11 years old. Charlie, we called him, and he was my wife's second hand. And he had some seizures. He had seizure problems, and he just took that downfall. So we had to do the humane thing and put him down. And Charlie, you've been a great pup, and we love you. And rest in peace and cross that rainbow bridge. And if you have a pet out there, that you put down or you're struggling with, my heart bleeds for you because I am a pet lover. Right. So until next week, this is the 99% Radio Network. And if you could be anything in this world, be kind. Peace.